Indies. Hello! And welcome back, everyone, to our wonderful little game that we play here on Thursday evenings at the exact same time as Critical Role, which is not, conflicting at all.
And the Game Awards tonight.
Oh,
so,
right, the fucking Game Awards are tonight! Oh my god!
Yep.
Oh, really?
Don't worry, I have him in the background.
It's okay, I can watch it later.
Yeah, let me stream that right now.
What the fuck? No! Stop it! Stop it! Pretend I'm smacking you from afar. But yes, last we had left off, our little party of adventurers had left the grand old city of Free Reach to traverse into the wilderness unknown in an aspiration to try and find out more information about Vestelle's background and potentially more information on a variety of different things. They are heading towards the Tri-Lake within the area of the Tri-Point, and decided to take a more northern path that would take them a little bit further away from the actual woods themselves, though giving them a more available leeway into the areas around. So, a little bit of a safer passage. They intend to travel towards Greenspire, but let's see how that goes. Last session, a interesting old drow man appeared on the surface, spoke with the group, and seemingly died within their care, which is unfortunate because it was not their fault. But they acquired a sword and some interesting information from him, saying, "Return it to my home." But we'll see how that goes. As we pick up,
Apparently don't even know where his home is.
the morning of the 3rd of Joilda.
Oh, that's another thing. We fought a goblin and a fire elemental.
That you did. Actually,
Darcy,
I think
Darcy.
I think we picked up, we ended off right after you guys finished that, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's pick up right there.
Because Varus went postal again.
It's fine. It happens.
As all of you are kind of in this small clearing in the midst of the woods, you see the corpse of the goblin ahead of you currently, as someone had thrown the corpse at Varus's face. I'm pretty sure. He had caught it and started drinking it, which was really awful to look at. Did you not?
I did that.
Oh.
You started trying.
I drank
to
from
get the
Lyra.
blood- You started trying to get the blood from that into
A vial.
empty
Into a vial, it
potion.
did not work.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately did not go well. But kind of standing around, there's a bit of a weird situation, as you guys had acquired a strange ring off of the goblin's body and are kind of standing around right after the
Right.
heat
No.
of combat.
Right. And later on, we just did Arcana checks to see what it was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did. Let's pick up there then. As you guys depart from the area and begin once more upon your journey.
I will say before we leave, I'm going to pick up that javelin that I tossed.
Sure.
I mean, I can have a go at getting some blood for
Do you want
resident
to try?
drinkers. Yes, I am
Sure.
proficient in medicine.
Sure. Give me a
I
medicine check.
believe it was a survival check.
I will allow a medicine check.
Is this about
Are you
the
proficient in
activities?
medicine?
I am
You are.
proficient.
Oh, you are. Okay. Do you have any glass vials with you?
I'll ask for the one that.
Vestelle used?
Yeah.
Sure.
I give it to him. I've got 3.
I will say that you unfortunately have to cut open the body of much more than it was previously. It was battered, bruised, and was bleeding, but you basically have to slice a vein.
I sliced open an artery, and
Yep.
I'm like, okay. And I just push on his chest to get some blood out.
It's horrifying to watch as the corpse is drained of blood, scientifically
Yeah.
and methodically.
Hey, it's done on some bodies
He passes out.
for reasons.
Darcy passes. The rest of
no.
you see as Darcy just collapses over onto the ground nearby.
Oh god.
Poor guy. Maybe
What if he
maybe
gets
next time you...
possessed again?
Blood did not seem to faze him when he was possessed, as there was many open cuts. But maybe it's something else. You don't know.
Well, good to know then. At least he's not a fan of blood.
But Vaerun, you do have a small
Less so the blood and more
vial.
the fucking defilement of a corpse.
Oh, yeah, of a rather young goblin too. But yeah, you now have a small vial of goblin blood.
Mhm. And I'll keep this for emergencies to calm them down.
You might want to put a label on that or something. That way, in the moment of desperation, us non-blood drinkers don't accidentally drink that thinking it's a health potion, because they look eerily similar.
I don't think they do. But I will.
It is a deep crimson, and a lot of health potions have various different colors depending on the strength of the brew, so maybe.
Okay.
Some of them are pink, some of them are red, some of them are bright purple. It entirely depends on the brewer.
Sure. I'll take out some ink and a pen and I'll just scribble on it.
Sure, you write whatever it is onto the surface, and you guys are once more ready to depart. Do you just leave Darcy in the dirt, or do you move him to the cart?
I take him and move him.
We leave him behind.
Bye, Darcy.
We'd get
Robert,
like 2 or
making
3
your
hours.
You're thinking.
We get like 2 or 3 hours away from down the road, and it's just like, I feel like we're forgetting something, but I can't place my finger on what.
I wonder. But yeah, Darcy is picked up, put in the back of the cart, who wakes up eventually. But another successful set of travels as you guys move 3 days further forward. You guys can now take a rest if you would like for a long rest.
Sure.
And I will move this.
At the start of the long rest, I am, because I think we spoke about it there towards the end of the session, when we start the long rest, I am going to eat the sword, the old man's sword.
Oh, sure.
As I'll just, as I'm kind of preparing the ritual, I'm just going to say, by the way, I'm going to attune to this thing. If I start acting weird, or if things are obviously going south, subdue me and then throw the blade away for a while, and then hopefully that'll forcefully stop it.
Not concerning at all.
Is this an evil ritual? Should we be worried?
No, it's nothing like that. No, it's
Are you
simply
gonna be possessed?
no. So basically, the way it works is I'm simply going to transfer the power from this blade. I say as I flick my left wrist and summon my the main blade I use into that blade. It'll basically have the properties of that blade, but also have my special properties, such as, I kind of like flick my wrist again and summon one in one hand and then de-summon the other in the other. Kind of do that back and forth.
Listen, you don't gotta explain it to me. I'm not gonna stand it. Just do what you gotta do.
Yep. So should anything occur, which I doubt it would, I would be a little concerned should this old fellow be carrying around a cursed blade and wanting to deliver it to someone, but you never know.
Well, you wouldn't be the first cursed individual here.
That's oddly true.
Join the club.
Yep.
Well, at least I won't be alone should things go south. And I'll sit back down and begin to do the ritual to devour the blade.
Sure. After the hour, the rest of you watch as the weapon kind of disappears from in front of Artemis, and his eyes light. No, I'm kidding. What does it look like when you swallow a weapon?
Like the ritual?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's pretty much like he basically using the sword draws like a little circle and etches in like arcane symbols around it, and then takes some time. Not really. It's a bit hard to say if he's like praying or if he's reciting like a like an arcane phrase or even spell. But eventually, after however long, I think it's like an hour to do the ritual, the entire circle and the signs all across it light up, and so does the two blades in question, not the his offhanded blade, but his main blade and the old man's black sword.
Mm-hmm.
As they both light up, and then I would imagine, I guess, second part would be up to you if it looks like my normal sword, or if my sword now takes on the appearance of his, just with the like runes inside of it. So,
right. As you resummon the weapon in front of you, you see that it does appear, for the most part, like the old man's black sword, the obsidian blade, as it were. Glancing over it, you see the runes that had been etched over the surface, same as your old weapon as well, but kind of fitted differently to the actual new sword that you now have, which you can comfortably wield with one hand or both hands if you so wish, as it is a bastard sword. Kind of giving it a little bit of a swing, you get a feeling for its innate properties by acquiring it, so to say. It is a +1 obsidian bastard sword, and specifically using a bonus action, you can attempt an attack that would kind of heal you. So all the damage you deal with that single attack would become temporary hit points until the end of your next short or long rest, but only for one attack on that turn, and you can only do it once per day.
Gotcha.
You can write it down, and then I'll tell you if you got it down or...
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, you feel any different?
I kind of focus in on myself. Doesn't seem so.
Not cursed?
For the moment, it would seem so, yes. So that's certainly a good starting point.
So.
Oh,
As
sorry,
Darcy
I forgot
just-
an additional thing. You also know how to speak Undercommon.
Oh,
And read.
can he read it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go!
Hey,
Read, write, and
Hey, you
speak
can read the letter
Undercommon.
now.
Oh, true.
Do you pull it out and read it?
Well, yeah. As I'm like kind of looking at it, for a moment, Artemis seems to like think to himself, goes, "Wait a minute, that's weird." Kind of does it again. I can speak Undercommon as well.
Yep.
He says something in Undercommon. He's like, "Wait a minute."
oh,
The rest of you hear words that sound vaguely familiar to the normal common that you hear, but it's like it's essentially the equivalent of listening to someone speak French when you know English. And you're just like, what the hell? What did you just say?
Yeah, kind of feeling, or just not even really feeling, but just this odd understanding. I'll go to whoever has the letter and kind of just read over it.
Mm-hmm. And as you read over it, it essentially seems to be a very long-winded love letter to an old love that this man had hoped is still alive. You could see bits of his own thoughts kind of in the actual letter itself. Maybe not even towards the intended recipient, but more as just his own kind of ideas. And he details where, oh, I hope she still lives after all these years and all that thing and things like that. And it's signed KT. So K.T.
Gotcha. Okay. Very very interesting.
Yeah.
Also, does this weapon have a specific name, or should I just put like obsidian blade?
It is up to you. He didn't give you a specific name, but seemingly You can name it after the old man. I don't know.
Okay.
If I recall correctly, I give you the name Taranga?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yes. That's the one. But yeah. As you guys pursue further adventures along the road, who's next for the travel event? Also, I redid the rules stuff. So if you guys want to go read over it again, the traveling events rules now has a little bit more detail, and there's a rolling table in case you want to roll for it rather than
Oh, look at that!
I see.
in case you want to roll for it instead of just kind of making one up. I believe the one who had previously given me one was Mr. Artemis.
He did one.
Yes.
And then
Well, I did
the
one, and someone else did the fire one.
I did the other one.
Ah, yes. Now we have two. Now I need a third volunteer from the crowd.
Could be anything.
Anything.
Oh, someone rolling for it.
Just remember that it should
No,
be...
he just tested this one.
No. Just remember that it should be vague enough that it's easily adaptable and not world-changing.
So I could say that we come across a halfling holding a sign that says, Rockets traveling sideshow caravan, with an arrow pointing down the road.
Sure. I will take that as the event. All right. As you guys continue to travel another further 3 days to the 6th of Joeldia, coming on to Sarda, which I believe is the equivalent of Saturday, though working 9 to 5s isn't exactly a regular thing for most people. Kind of traversing along the northern side of the Tri-Point Woods, following the roads, the weather takes a little bit of a turn for the majority of the time, as it seems to be coming down to a bit more, cloudy skies, a bit more rain, as spring is settling in proper and waiting to transition into summer. As the roads are muddied and kind of disgusting, there's a lot less travelers that seem to be out and about, maybe because they've settled down at a inn to wait out the weather, or they've just simply, hurried along to their destinations. But for the most part, the 2-3 days, it is empty travel, just your little group. Eventually, the weather begins to clear on the 3rd day, on the 6th of Jordia, and kind of traversing through the post-rain haze, it's quite refreshing, to say the very least. To your north, or to your right, as you're traveling, you can see the open fields of the Veld, and beautiful rolling hills of just large swaths of grass, kind of swaying in the wind, some flowers dotted here and there, and occasionally some trees. While to your left, you can see the entirely dreary woods that seems to stand as it was. But continuing forward, following the path that's traveled, you see about halfway through the day what appears to be a halfling along the side of the road, holding a massive sign that they really probably should have a lot more trouble kind of twirling, as they do seem to be kind of performing minor acrobatics with it. Taking this larger than life wooden sign, they seem to be dancing on top of it, twirling in ways that really just are rather impressive given their small stature and the size of this board. Getting a little bit closer, you see that this halfling woman is kind of dressed up in these bright greens and blues, just twirling around, and you can see that the sign seems to indicate some sort of dancing troupe or entertainment. You're not entirely sure. What would you guys like to do as you spot them in the distance?
Which way is the sign, like, pointed in a direction, or is there like signs of like go this way for
between the general twirls? You can see that they are pointing slightly off to the side of the road, a not necessarily well-trodden path, but you could see a small path that leads into the actual woods themselves.
Gotcha.
It's not common to see a dancing troupe around this area, right? Or
Not necessarily, especially not one for advertising in the middle of nowhere, given that there's been so few travelers. It would be much more common and a rather easy sight to see if you were, somewhere near Freereach or inside Freereach itself, or if you were going to one of the other cities like Melagast, Umber. They're pretty common occurrences near large cities, but outside in the wilderness like this, kind of weird.
Wow.
I'll as we kind of ride by, I'll kind of lean over towards the halfling and just say in halfling like what's the deal with this?
As you guys kind of ride by and you try and speak to the halfling, they seem to completely ignore you, just continuing their acrobatic twirls of this sign.
Do we want to perhaps check it out?
I wouldn't be too keen on checking it out. Just seems a little bit odd, don't you think?
How far away are we from Greenspire?
About 3.5 days. Maybe 4 if you're unlucky on the road. What would you guys like to do?
Personally, I very much think that they could potentially be a group of bandits luring in unsuspecting travelers on the way.
Well, then wouldn't that be all the more reason to check it out?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If should that be the case, I mean, certainly something that we would want to deal with. I mean, we're more than capable, right?
Well, I just figured, why put ourselves in harm's way when unnecessary?
I feel
Fair
like I'm
comes
still
way, it's
being
going to come to
included in
us
all of this
regardless.
plurals.
I did not understand a single word you two just said.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I'm still being included in all of those plurals?
You chose to come with?
I mean, again, should anything really be of danger? I mean, the cart's big enough that you could probably duck in, hide, and do whatever it was you were doing last night when we came across that goblin and
3
his
days ago.
big flaming friend. Was it a few days ago?
Yes.
A few days ago, then. My bad.
Traveling
Not yesterday.
events
Sorry,
are every 3 days. Yes.
everything blurs together when you've seen what I've seen.
Yeah.
If it's not something shifty, we'll get a nice show, maybe? Always wanted to go to a show.
Yeah. A good chance to meet other cultures, I guess.
All right.
You know what? I will stay behind at the cart, and if you guys aren't back in a certain time, I will come looking for you.
I mean, wouldn't we want to bring the cart
Yeah,
with us?
We can park
Once in the
the cart
woods.
next to them.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we could.
Would you prefer that? Just stay with her, Darcy.
Yeah, I don't think we should be more than one together. So yeah, I'll stay here in case things get a bit too rowdy.
All right.
Fair enough.
Well-
5-minute adventure. We'll be in and out in no time.
Can I go up to the halfling and
There's
just say,
later.
just be like, hey, what is this?
Right. As you attempt to speak to them, they don't seem to even acknowledge your presence as they continue to twirl and dance.
And like right up in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Can I I'm gonna try to pat them on their shoulder.
Sure. As you try and pat them on your shoulder, your hand goes straight through their shoulder.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, that's certainly
I guess they'll have magic.
a tactic.
Maybe
Convenient.
that's part of the show.
I mean, assuming that this is in fact a full illusion. I mean, I'm sure it saves on a pay wages. All the more reason to check it out, in my opinion.
Shall we then?
Sure.
Just a quick check.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
if anything happens, just scream.
yeah.
You too.
DM for the new blade attuned to. What did you say its special property was?
So it's a +1, and then using a bonus action once per day, you can cause your next attack within that same turn. If it hits, you gain a amount of temporary hit points equal to the damage dealt.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right. So, who is going and who isn't going? I just need to double check.
I think it was.
We've got an Artemis. We've got a Vestelle. Varus, Vaerun.
Yes.
Go.
Vaerun will go.
Varus is going. Vaerun is going. Darcy and Lyra are staying behind at the cart.
We're staying at the cart.
Okay.
Woohoo! Split the party. Let's go.
Okay. All right. But what was I doing? Okay. Yes. As the four of you kind of begin to wander in the direction that the sign occasionally points towards, you can see that the woods tighten up a little bit, but not very much, as you follow a path that seems to have been trodden before. Walking about 30 or 40 feet into the actual forest itself, you can see that the actual main road of which your cart was occupying seems to just disappear behind the woods. And very quickly, the kind of stillness of the forest settles in before about another 20 or 30 feet forward. You see that it opens back up into a rather large clearing for the most part. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to change the lighting so that it doesn't... There we go. But yeah, as you guys are kind of wandering forward ever so slightly, you see what appears to be a rather large tent sitting in the middle of a clearing in an area where a lot of wood of the woods have been kind of either chopped down or cleared out. It's a large woolen tent that stands maybe 30 or so feet tall, but is quite wide. Just at a quick glance, it seems to be, let's say, about 120 feet across from side to side, and probably about the same from front to back. But glancing around, you don't see any people. You don't see any creatures. You see a large entrance off to the side of the tent, but that's about it. There's a few carts parked along on the other side of the tent as well, of which you could potentially check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll step a little bit closer to some of the tents nearby, just kind of see if I can catch any conversations or activities going on.
Certainly. Give me a perception check.
Sure. Let's see.
12. Well, from the best that you can tell as you kind of walk towards the smaller tents, you don't hear anything. There's nothing that stands out to you. The bird song is about all you can really hear in the immediate area. But for some reason, something doesn't feel right, though you can't tell why.
You know, for a traveling troupe, it's oddly quiet here.
Do I hear anything anywhere or no?
You hear and recognize that it's not the normal bird calls. It seems to have transitioned into carrion crows. And the atmosphere itself feels different, tense.
Oh no, I hear Latin singing.
Not quite yet.
Well, it's up to you whether we check it out or keep moving.
Kind of like look up in the air. Do we see anything like tree line? Any changes in the birds?
Yes, strangely. As you look up, the sky isn't what it was before. It was cloudy and kind of covered in this, rain clouds that were slowly dispersing. But looking up, the clouds seem thicker for some reason, though you're not entirely sure why. It appears, for the most part, similar, but eerie, to say the very least.
How far away from the cart are we at this point?
Best guesstimates, probably about 70, 80-ish feet, maybe 100.
Right, so not that far then.
Nope. Well within running reach.
All right. Well, I mean, do we want to be curious little cats and continue on?
I think these cards are from other people who were curious cats.
That's a good assumption.
It's even more important that we investigate in case there's people still alive.
Let me see if I can put you guys on the map, actually. Can you guys see?
It's loading.
I'm still loading.
Oh, it'll load eventually.
Oh.
Yep.
Yes.
I will put Darcy and Lyra here just for visibility.
We should.
Maybe before we go in, we should investigate around this place.
Yeah, that's fair. Do we maybe want to check the cart, see if there's any any signs that maybe someone left unexpectedly, maybe leaving things around that they wouldn't otherwise, leave behind?
If you would prefer me to, I can see if I can't make my way down a little bit more, see if we can't find anything else out by myself.
I mean, I certainly don't have any issue. That seems to be your specialty.
Yeah.
Quite good at it.
For me to say no to you would be like for you to tell me not to, go get someone the 1-2. I'd say as I do like mimicking punches.
Wonderful. And I will just kind of stick to the tree line almost.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of make my way down south and around. Quietly. As quietly as I can, at least.
Give me a stealth check.
Uh-huh, sure.
15.
That was a pretty bad roll, but okay.
Could have been worse. Could have been better. Could have been worse.
Could have been a lot better.
But as you kind of sneakily walk away from everybody else, glancing around, you see your nose is starting to pick up something pungent, strong. In the brief moment, you do recognize it to be blood.
I've got to make a roll, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Oh boy.
Lick your lips.
Here we go. Oh, I'm fine.
Fighting the urge down, you suppress it, and in this moment kind of glance around, trying to identify the source, and you can tell that there's an entrance to this tent, and it seems to be coming from the inside of it.
Okay. So how far south would you say I could get at the very least?
You can keep going. Actually, give me one moment. trying to do
No.
something. I don't know if it's. Weird. Okay, no, that's fine. But yeah, you get a little bit further south and you can see the beginnings of the entrance to the actual area. And just in the very front, you can see what appears to be the top half of a human woman. The bottom half is missing.
Oh.
And there's just blood leading.
Where at?
So, here.
So, like, here? Oh, lovely. Okay. Huh.
And the corpse looks old, probably a few weeks at this point.
Oh. I will quietly head back to my group and alert them. So I will just go back. Do I hear... Okay, before that, do I hear anything from inside at all while I'm, near closer to the entrance?
As of that current moment, no.
Okay. Obviously, I will just keep my ears and eyes open as I head back. But I will head back.
While he
I'll
was
come
down
back to
there,
the circus.
while he was down there, could we have started looking through some of the carts and like abandoned gear out here?
Yeah, for sure. Looking at the first cart, it seems to have been a cart of old supplies. What looks like dried food, traveling rations, things like that. And a lot of it has started to go off. You can see maggots kind of crawling through some of the dried jerky. The water supply looks awful. And like it's been sitting in that barrel for far too long. Some of the dried fruits and vegetables are also going off.
Lovely. It looks like the stuff's been here for quite some time, based on just kind of pointing to the rations, or because they would be like packaged rations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which
Oh,
is a
smells
bit more
rancid.
Yeah, it's I can't imagine that bodes well for whoever probably went in.
Non-good sign at all. Be wary.
Vestelle, kind of glancing over at the red cart, you can see that it's one of those carts where there's two doors on the sides. And looking at it from the outside, you can see there's like slotted windows, but they seem to be barred. And glancing at the actual door itself, you see large scratches and like kind of claw marks alongside the entirety of the cart.
Oh. That's not good. I don't want to make too much noise. Should we check out this one here?
Which one?
The red cart.
I think we should wait for Varus to come back.
As the rest of
I
you
am
see
back.
Varus slowly walk back quietly.
Well, I guess that's a question. How many people do see me?
Yeah, well, it's like we
just-
mentioned him and he disappears behind us. Like, oh, Jesus.
I think I would. I have a 17 PP.
Yeah, you definitely do.
I think Artemis sees you as well. He has a 15.
Yeah, but
That's just a still.
Vestelle's like, oh!
It's like that little tiny jump scare.
Yeah, I will. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I moved you.
I wasn't expecting you to pull me as well, Jake.
Yep, my bad.
Teleport's behind you.
I also made the animations faster, so when you guys are moving, it should be a lot faster.
Gotcha.
Jesus.
So, over by the entrance, there is a woman's body, and it seems like she's been there for at least weeks.
Judging from these supplies, they've also been lying around for weeks.
Yeah, it looks like something from what Vestelle was looking at here. I kind of point to the red cart. Something was clawing on the outside of it.
So, would you prefer we go and get the other two and actually do something
Probably.
about this, or would you
I don't-
prefer we leave it?
I mean, I certainly
Leave.
think just
We should deactivate the illusion at least. Like, what if another
Yeah.
unwilling traveler comes by?
Yeah, like I'm
They
all
already
for
picked them.
us. I'm all for us surviving, but
To be
from the
fair,
looks of it, I mean, it looks like this place is spelled an unfortunate end for many other travelers.
who's to say that this wasn't a traveling caravan at first, and then something attacked them?
Yeah, I mean, still, I don't think it would. I mean, it probably would hurt, but it would bode well for us and future travelers to at least ensure that there's not an active threat here. So I would at least get Lyra and let Darcy at least be aware. I know that he probably doesn't want to get up here too close to everything, but he seemed to be capable at a distance. So
Let's
think
go
if
get
there's
them then.
no sign of life here, we probably shouldn't go in. I don't know.
I don't want any other travelers to come here.
Yeah. Get rid of the illusion and then leave this place if there's no one to
Mhm.
save.
I mean, if we want, I could go back and get the cart, and if we wanted to maybe roll up towards the front and see if maybe there is something in there, perhaps we can either A, lead it out, or if there's a way that we could stop the illusion, stops that, and then we all just hop back in the cart. And
We can stop the illusion. It seems like if this is a beast, maybe it's just waiting for more prey to come here.
yeah,
So
I
we
mean, if
get
it's a
rid of that.
if it's a big beast, I mean, I imagine it could probably be outsmarted. Probably lead it out.
I'd like to take a look at the claw marks and see if I can tell what might have made them.
Certainly. Give me a nature check.
Oh no.
You glance at the claw marks, and unfortunately, they look very generic, and you can't tell exactly what it might be from. It could be from a bear. It could be from a really large wolf. It could be from an owl bear. It could be from, who knows at this point.
Wait, did Vestelle roll?
Yep.
I don't see the roll.
She rolled a natural one.
Yes.
You might have to
I-
reload your...
Yeah.
You are okay.
Okay, well, I'll go over to the cart while you all are looking at this and kind of explain to them. This I'll very quickly make my way up there, or back to the cart rather.
Let's all move together just in case.
Yep. Lyra, Darcy, the two of you watch as Artemis kind of emerges from the woods and walks towards you.
So, what's going on with performers?
Well, good news and bad news.
Okay.
The good news is there doesn't look like there's anyone there.
And the bad news is
The bad news is that there's probably no one there because there's a weird beast or monster inside the actual tent leading people in to kill them.
right. Fantastic.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we basically were just thinking that perhaps we should try and lead it out and either A, deal with it outside the tent, or B, just, I guess, break apart its little scheme it has going here, and then we in the cart.
Well,
Well, if there's some sort of nasty creature in the area, then you're Lyra, you're definitely far more serious than I am, and I'm not gonna be alone in an area with a big hungry beast, so I'm coming with.
Oh yeah, no, I was out of curiosity, Darcy. Are you familiar with driving carts like this?
Not really, no.
This is too bad. Well, I guess I'll.
But if everybody there's dead, then what's going on with this chap?
Whom?
Motioning towards the illusion.
Oh, that. Well, probably just whatever's inside of it is
I'm
controlling it.
going.
Or causing
By the
it to exist.
way, Jake, as Darcy looks towards this, the he's going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Looking at the definitely illusion, yeah. There is a lot of traces of illusion kind of coming from it. And from what you can tell, there seems to be a large stone that is kind of just above the ground, which you see this illusion seems to be playing from.
Right. Darcy will just sort of walk over and touch the stone.
Mm-hmm. And as you pick it up, the illusion kind of fades, and the magic goes back into the actual rock itself.
Huh.
Oh, that's convenient. All right, well, hop in the cart. We'll meet up with the others behind the tent.
I suppose there's some silver linings to being cursed.
All right, and I'll ride the cart up, not too close to the tent, probably like kind of up here towards the top of the map, just so it's a little away and not really making too much noise.
Sure.
And then we'll kind of waddle back to the group, bringing the others two in tow.
Mm-hmm. The rest of you watch as Darcy, Lyra, and Artemis reappear at the edges of the woods.
So you say that you suspect there's a large beast within that tent.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't really know quite yet.
As much as I don't want to fight, it is part of my job to get rid of these beasts. I think I'm gonna have a little peek and see if there might be anything worthwhile in there.
Okay.
Sure.
By
Lyra,
yourself?
are you going by yourself?
Well, whoever wants to join me can, but if you'd prefer to stay out of harm's way, then it's understandable.
I believe we should at least wait for others.
We're all here.
Oh, are we? So I thought this was okay. Maybe we should. Okay, we should go together just in case.
Very well, we'll go together.
Yeah, if anything goes south, just run back to the cart. We'll ride away into the sunset.
Someone make
Hopefully without a giant beast chasing after us.
Make an illusion as big as this tent. Not one of us, but could something have done it? I'll take out my halberd and poke it.
The tent, as you poke it, is very much real.
Okay.
Apparently I can see magic.
And yes, Darcy, as you walk over, there's no magic really in this area, but you can see that the sky almost has a tiny bit of illusion kind of woven into the area. Give me an Arcana check. You can guesstimate that this was probably a part of the performance and might have been some sort of illusion to make this area seem more grand or more interesting. You're not entirely sure.
Well, everything, all the structures, carts, tents, those are all real. But there's a bit of illusion magic woven around in the area above us. I guess it was meant to make people feel a bit more in awe of it, or just more at ease.
There's definitely nothing easy about it now.
Certainly not.
Let's get to the front then.
We should probably go around the perimeter of this whole thing just to make sure. See if we can get any more information before we go inside.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Sure.
Good idea.
I'll stick to what I did before and go down this way just to see that nothing has changed. If you all want to go the other way.
Sure. If anything tries to jump you, maybe just shout and we'll. It'll probably alert us.
Truthfully, nothing should be able to jump out at me. I'll start walking down.
As something jumps out at
Quietly.
you. No, I'm kidding.
Quietly, I'll make my way down.
Mhm.
Roll that again. Much better.
Much better. But you slowly start to kind of skirt alongside the edge of the woods, traversing forward, getting back to the point where you can see the body again, and you can see that it is definitely decaying. There's signs of what appears to be maggots kind of all over the entire corpse. It's been here a while.
Can I make it to like right here ish? That's dark red, but whatever.
Yes.
Okay. I think I will continue my stealth and just hide over here for now while they come around the other edge.
Right? You just kind of lean yourself up against the tree and just try and pay attention as much as possible.
I'm in the tree if there are bushes.
Oh, yeah, sure. But as you kind of start to pay attention, you hear very, very quiet, like rhythmic, almost trio of breathing.
Lovely. Yeah, and I will just continue, and I will truly just wait until they come around the corner,
All right.
just to see if they don't find anything along the other edge.
So the rest of you, what are you guys up to?
Going
I
around the
suppose
other
we're-
way, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you guys want to
Ooh.
check the tents, the buildings, the carts and stuff?
I'm gonna-
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
I'm gonna go on the
Real quick.
far side and kind of just like poke at things
Sure.
with.
Real quick, by the way, Jay.
What's up?
Can I, when I get here and start hearing that, I'm going to sending stone to Vestelle and just let her know that I hear breathing coming from inside. So be careful.
From inside?
Yeah.
How many?
You said it sounded like 3.
It sounded like 3 sets. Yes.
3 sets of breathing at the very least.
I'll relay this information to the party.
Lovely, lovely.
Delightful.
I'll keep both my blades summoned and just kind of go by, occasionally glancing over some of these tents, carts, and what have you.
Yep. So glancing into this tent, there doesn't seem to be anything of interest. It just seems like a few small rotting bedrolls. And here, the remains of a soup, probably the last bits of it, and it seems to be kind of also rotting. The majority of it has kind of dried up and flaked away. As you approach this tent, you can see on the interior, there doesn't seem to be anything, but yeah, just a few small bags of various different trinkets that people might have had. One of the bags looks like it's a bit of coin, and you guys found about 15 gold coins. Just randomly rummaging through. This red cart seems to have been some sort of large cage for some sort of creature. And looking at it, just as a general inspection, actually, all of you give me an intelligence check.
Sure.
Or everyone that's there. Yeah. Vaerun, Artemis. Yeah, it looks like this thing was made for something real rigid. Just at a very brief glance, Darcy, even without the intelligence check, your detect magic is still up. You can see that this entire cart is magically reinforced. While Vaerun and Artemis, you can tell from the structural, like, metallic beams that are kind of all along this entire thing, it looks like it was meant to hold something real powerful inside.
Uh-oh.
What were they bringing with them?
Definitely something for the show, but to tell what?
You don't think that's what did this, do you?
Do I know like what kind of animals that these troops would normally kind of have?
Give me a history check.
Can I do a nature and see if there's any fur or
Let's go.
sheddings?
Sorry, what did you say, Vaerun?
Can I do a check to see if there's any fur or sheddings or?
Sure. That would be more a survival check.
Sure, survival.
Okay. Glancing around, looking at the inside of the actual thing itself, it does seem to have some stuff. You can see bits of fur and the very similar kind of like large scratches along the inside that the other cart had, though nothing too interesting. Lyra, you know that the majority of these kind of circus troops and things like that would have, you know, a variety of animals. Usually it was something relatively easy to take care of, like, you know, wolves. You know, sometimes they had a bear. The really brave ones had owl bears and things like that. And you know of one troop, or you've heard of one troop, that had a chimera as its kind of central attraction. You would know that a chimera is one of the creatures that is incredibly dangerous and honestly might fit the MO of being stuck within this cage, as you do see burn marks on the side of the interior as well, similar to what Vaerun had spotted.
Ah, yes. Guys, I think I know what's inside the tent now.
Really?
What is it?
We might be dealing with the chimera.
I'm just gonna roll. Darcy knows what a fucking chimera is, apparently. Oh,
Yes. I knew that too.
Yep.
Yep.
Darcy, you would know that it was some sort of experiment gone awry that had been essentially released into the wild and allowed to reproduce or something. You don't know the exact nature of it or where it came from, but those things are, they're a piece of work.
How many heads does a chimera have?
3.
Uh-huh.
Lion, goat, snake, sometimes dragons.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard stories of these things. Never seen one though. How intriguing.
Today's your lucky day.
I need everyone who's outside the tent to roll me a stealth check except for Varus.
Look, guys. Oh my god. Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna roll something for Darcy real quick, just to.
Oh.
No, Vaerun, don't step on the sound machine.
Yeah. Darcy casts invisibility as you. It's like, I don't want to be here. Whoop!
So then with advantage then. At the very
Yes.
least.
Mm-hmm. The rest of you watch as Darcy just kind of like he shivers a little bit and he's just like, oh, shit, before he just vanishes out of sight.
Oh, goodbye, Darcy.
He dies. No, I'm kidding. But the rest of you in that brief moment kind of hear something stirring. As Varus, you hear one of the 3 like breathing sets change ever so slightly. As a low growl seems to emanate from their place, as the other 2 now change, and all 3 seem alert.
Since I have absolutely no idea what this is and was not clued in, I just sending stone again real quiet. They're awake. In the pocket.
It's awake.
Guys, we should
I
run.
wonder how that happened. I look over and I see Vaerun got his like ankle stuck in some bells, and it's like, ah,
All of you had
Guys,
stepped on
run.
a stick at the same time.
You just hear invisible. You just hear invisible running footsteps.
Do we want to stick around to beat this thing face to face?
Does it sound like, kind of as we stop talking, does it sound like it's moving at all towards us?
All of you can give me a perception check, including
'Cause
Varus.
I'll like
Oh,
slowly
sure.
walk up here.
I'll ask through the sending stone if it's moving. Oh
Ooh. Oh, hey! That's good. The other one's
Hey,
bad.
good news! Good news! You automatically succeed on the next one.
Oh boy! 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 Yeah. So, Varus, you can tell that whatever is inside that tent is moving away from you.
Away from me.
Away from you. Almost directly away from you.
Yeah, I will. I mean, they asked if it was moving. I go, yeah, away from me. So
Lyra,
good luck.
Artemis, as the two of you kind of just stand there and try and listen out, Artemis, you hear something and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, I was about to raise my blades to like cut into the tent just to kind of look through as I listen, like, oh,
Vaerun,
I'm in danger.
something's coming towards you. Something's coming towards you.
Can I
Let's run.
can I start making my way towards the entrance just so I have a better, if things happen, a better shot at this?
Give me a moment. I need to put you guys to
Oh, yeah, okay.
And the
Sure,
answer
sure.
is no, because the surprise round
The answer
goes
is
off
on my turn.
on
Got
your
it.
turn. Yes. I need all of you to roll me initiative. Thank you, please.
What? Hey, Lyra, why does it sound like it's rapidly approaching Vaerun?
What an awful roll. Roll a fucking 2.
Oh, this could end badly.
Wow.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 2, but I still got the third highest. So
On
You think
round
Darcy
one, no one gets to go because it's the Chimera's turn.
2 of us can't be surprised.
Oh.
To be fair,
Which two?
Yeah, I can't either.
me and
Varus
Artemis.
Then you two
Yeah.
would also get to go
Yeah.
on this turn.
I
Cool.
thought I heard it come to me. Do I?
Unfortunately, no.
Surprise?
As it is currently still on the other side, you don't know that it's engaged in combat with you yet.
Okay.
So I'm going to start this. And the first thing it's going to do is replace one of its attacks with its breath attack.
Yep.
Oh, how lovely.
Oh, there goes the tent.
Did it roll?
Don't
It
see it.
did not.
Hello?
Yes?
I didn't see anything.
Oh, there it is. There we go.
Still nothing.
Yeah, there we
Oh, there it is.
That's
You're rolling
not
these
supposed
privately.
to be private. Boom. That's supposed to be revealed.
Oh!
Oh!
Holy what?
You two need to give me dexterity saving throws at disadvantage because you can't see this coming.
Dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
I'm so dead.
Let me
It's
delete.
control.
Yes, control.
Yeah.
As this section of the tent is gone.
Oh, hey.
Oh no.
Lyra saved.
Nice, Artemis. Oh.
Well, Artemis shouldn't have disadvantage, right?
Oh, wait, you can't be
He can't
surprised.
yeah.
So yes, you would. You would.
So it's a 19,
it would
so
be
it's 21.
fine. You have a 21.
That's
We're
what I'm
good.
talking about.
We're good.
That's why he's the MVP.
No.
That's why he's the GOAT.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
So 15 fire.
So
to
both of
at
you
the
take
very least.
15 points of fire damage. As
Ooh.
Vaerun, Darcy, and Vestelle, you guys look towards the actual tent itself, and you just see the side of it explode in flames. And this section is taken out by this rumbling fire. As you see this three-headed creature immediately look up, the dragon head kind of rearing back as the fire exits its body. It now runs forward. as I need to delete this measurement.
Wait, Jake.
Hello.
Do I take half of that damage?
You take half of the 31.
But then do I get my
Resistance? Did you
yes.
change your resistance at the beginning of the day?
Wait.
I believe your resistance you
No.
actually have to change every time that you do.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, I forgot. My bad.
Then
That's
you would
fine.
not. You would take still 15. It is going to move forward, say hello to the two of you, and unleash its multi-attack. Specifically, I believe the claw and the bite. Wait, let me double check. Use its bite or horns. Oh, okay. So it would be okay. Yeah. It would use its horns. This one against Artemis. I'm still rolling pirate. Reveal. There we go. That's against Artemis.
Oof.
That'll hit, but I'm gonna use my reaction to cast electric rebound.
Ooh, okay. Go for it.
Still, I have to make a dex save. That's really good damage.
That
It
is
still says
really
lightning,
good
just mildly.
damage. Sheesh.
Yep, it takes 19 lightning damage.
That it does. And then it's going to make its horn attack towards Lyra. Woof.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my god.
Okay. Before I include that damage,
So you use
my
two horns?
the passive says I don't need to like prepare like.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
just-
It wouldn't be a horn attack. It would be a claw attack. I would have to reroll the damage. Hold up. So
It's another nat 20. I'm gonna cry.
46.
No, he's just re-rolling the damage.
Damage. Oh.
So instead of
Oh, see,
17,
it's less.
you take 10.
It's less.
Well, before that, the initial fire damage cone. I was reading the resistance, and I don't need to prepare like a thing.
Oh, do you
Everyone.
just choose?
It says when you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, you can use a reaction to give resistance to the instance of damage.
You don't have a reaction.
You don't have a reaction
Yeah, you were
because
surprised.
it's a surprise round.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Unlucky.
So I will take.
So you take 15, and then you take 10.
Okay. Why is it not going down?
You can
Whatever. Yeah.
you can right click your token, and then in the HP section you can just type -15 or -10, and then press enter, and it'll subtract it from your HP. Oh my god!
Oh my god.
You killed yourself. Set yourself back to 47. I'm gonna do a -15, and then a -10. There you go. For next time. But that is not the end of its turn. It moved 10 feet, and it is now going to fly up directly above Artemis and go up 30 feet. So Artemis, you get an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
No, I don't. I
No,
only
you
get
don't.
one
You don't.
reaction.
You only have one reaction. You're right.
Yep. I'm pretty sure the lightning damage did more than my attack would have unless I crit, so we'll take it.
And it is now Varus' turn. You don't know what's happening. You just heard.
So, how tall was this tent?
This tent is about 60 feet tall.
Okay.
You
yeah, I couldn't
cannot see it.
Uh,
But you can see that it is slowly starting to freaking set on fire. Actually, no, you wouldn't be able to see that, but you hear it.
Yeah, lovely. Well, I guess I will bonus action dash all the way to this corner. See if I can't see anything yet.
As of currently,
That's
unfortunately, no.
that was 70.
You see Vaerun, you see Vestelle. You do not see the creature.
I will continue to stay in the brush and use my action to hide.
Give me a stealth check. 18. From the best that you can tell, you're pretty well hidden.
Cool. That's my turn.
All right, Artemis, it's your turn.
Okay, you said it's 30 feet up?
Yep.
I could do something really dumb right now. Let's see. Okay, well, yeah, I won't do that yet. what I'll do is I'll walk away from the fire that is actively burning right now. I'm kind of getting up here.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looking up to the Chimera. I will bonus action to Hexblade Curse him.
Mm-hmm.
And then throw an Eldritch Blast at him.
Go for it.
Just trying to get his attention. While probably shouting at him as, if I roll a 19, it does crit with this, so.
Yes. 16? No. I believe that hits.
Alright, so he
send
takes
a
3
blast
force
of energy upwards. It does take 3 points of damage. Nice.
Yep, I'll throw that up there, kind of hitting him in the side or whatever, as he's marked.
Mm-hmm.
Which, let me check real quick,
also,
I can't remember.
If you guys, on your turns, you alt left-click on the Chimera, I believe, it should set it as your target. Or if you right-click the token and then you press the thing that looks like a target, it'll set it as your target. So damage doesn't apply automatically, but there might be cool effects that show up. I don't know.
Neat.
What
Okay.
are people doing to target it?
If you right-click it and then you press the targets token, or alt, or there's a select targets on the top left that also works. Yes.
So the Chimera does take an extra 2 points from that.
Oh,
of damage.
right, from the
because my Hexblade Curse applies. Yep, it applies on all attacks that I do, not just my weapon attacks.
Spicy.
So he takes 5.
Yes.
And yeah, that'll be it. I'll kind of shout at it, kind of jumping up, trying to get its attention.
Right. It is now Vaerun's turn. I believe you rolled a natural 20.
You completely skipped me.
That's because it's
Surprise
surprise
round.
round.
Oh, right.
Yes, I skipped you, Lyra. Vaerun,
I forgot we were
Vestelle.
still in the surprise round.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Vaerun, I believe you rolled a natural 20
Uh,
for your initiative.
yes,
Yep.
I did.
Nice.
Okay, that means first turn I get advantage. What is it?
Yes, sir.
The spiritual weapon get advantage?
Spiritual weapon get advantage? Yes. I mean,
I
you'd
can't.
have advantage on it technically. Oh wait, no, Artemis isn't in combat with it, right?
Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
it's
flying.
No. But you do summon it.
I will summon it.
Have you done the Pythagorean theorem to ensure that it is within range? What's the range for
60 feet.
60 feet? It is 25 feet away, 30 feet up. It's out of range, I'm pretty sure.
What?
25 and 30?
Yeah, it's within range.
Pythagorean theorem. No, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah.
It's not like it's not even double.
13.
So.
Nice. It takes 13 points of damage as your spiritual weapon appears behind it and slams into its back. You can see one of the heads turns towards it and tries to bite it, but to no avail.
I cast Sacred Flame.
Go for it.
Take that toll damage.
Dex save 15. That's an 11. It unfortunately does not succeed. But yeah, it takes the 1 point of radiant damage. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn. I'm gonna run here, and I hope it comes after me.
Sure. Vestelle.
Who knows?
Okay, I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm going to shoot it with a crossbow.
Go for it.
Do this.
15. That does hit
Hey,
for 12 points of piercing damage. Nice.
nice. I'll also yell to Artemis and Lyra. I can try to ground this thing, but you guys gotta move out of the way.
Ooh.
I can't hold a bonus action, right?
No, you can't.
You can, but it'll take it. It'll take it as if you were holding an action. So you'll use your reaction to kind of do the thing.
Okay. If they get out of the way, I'm going to Curse of Binding the Chimera. Well, actually, I don't think I can because it's too far away.
Wait, no. To hold your action requires an action.
Okay, I'll just do it next time
Yeah, sorry.
if I can. But that's it.
Yes. All right. It goes to the Chimera's turn. Let's see if it recharges.
Oh shit.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, you're shitting me.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Well,
Dead.
it's coming down for a swoop, and it's going down for a breath. As it is going to move here. It is going to sink down from the 30 feet it was above, back down to the ground, slams into the ground, and is going to use its fire breath.
Have fun, Artemis.
Like this.
Oh Lord.
Oh, good God. Hey, you have your reaction this time.
Technically, Artemis isn't in it. Because not enough of his thing is in it.
The corner of my coat gets really crispy.
Yeah, it gets real crispy.
So I give a what saving throw? A dex save.
Yes, dex
Yes.
save.
Oh.
Question.
Actually,
when do
could I have-
barbarians get danger sense?
Level
Fifth
7?
level, I think.
Is
I
it
think
fifth
7 is
level?
advantage on initiative.
Ah.
Yeah.
I get it at
I
level
think
2. I'm
5
sure.
is. I thought 5 was dangerous.
Yeah.
Is it? I thought 5 was second attack.
No, barbarians get it at level 2. Danger sense.
Oh.
Oh, wait, if it originates from the center.
Let's
Let's get Artemis. no, that's
Yeah,
that's
then Lyra should have advantage on dex save.
Should have advantage on the dex save.
that isn't fair. Yeah,
As-
that's fine. Because I had placed the other one at the edge of the token. I have to do this one at the edge.
Oh no, this song.
It doesn't particularly matter, but you might as well crit fish since there's actually a benefit to it.
Right. Let's see.
Nope.
Well, that's the wrong crit.
Nope.
That's the wrong kind of crit fish.
You do still take 13 points of fire damage, but you have your reaction this time. Would you like to use it?
Yes, please.
Your 13 gets reduced to a 6. But that is its first attack. It still has 2 more. It's going to make a horn and a bite attack. Or, sorry, a horn and a claw attack. Both of them at Artemis.
Oof.
Horn?
Oh why?
Oh my god.
Oh, let's go. Roll a d10.
Nothing but
Oh, well.
claws. 18? Does that hit Artemis?
Against me?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll just hit.
You take 12 points of slashing damage as it flies back up 30 feet into the air.
Alright.
Does it have reach on any of these attacks? No.
As it
doesn't.
flies?
Fuck.
As it flies back up, I am going to go ahead and make an attack at it.
Go for it.
Let's see. We'll do with the obsidian blade.
17. That does hit.
For max damage, let's go.
Max damage. Holy shit.
I just want to point out that it's a d6 plus 9.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's wisdom plus dex, so
Yeah.
that's 1.
All right. But that
Plus
is
charisma,
the
plus
end
2.
of its turn. Varus.
God, I'm going to hope I can fucking see it this turn. I will move forward. Oh, there it is.
You can see it. And it
You can
is
shoot it.
currently 30 feet in the air.
But it is currently 80 feet away.
Yeesh.
I don't know angles. Am I good to hit it without
What's your range?
disadvantage? 80 feet, that's why I'm asking.
Oh, then it's out of your range. It's out of your first range increment. Because it's 80 feet away, right? Yeah.
So I gotta get an extra 30 feet up.
It's an extra 30 feet up, but you only have to get about 10 or 15 feet forward.
Oh, I've got that then. Yeah, I've got enough for that. I believe that should be enough now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool, I'll shoot it with advantage because I hope I'm technically still hidden.
Go for it. You are still
Awesome.
hidden.
Let's go. Yeah, that'll
26
hit.
does hit for 9 plus 7. Jeez. Oh, it's looking a little rough. As you kind of round this corner, you bring out your short bow and just bring. It hits it, and you can see the goat's head almost gets kind of knocked against the side of the body as this arrow penetrates the side of its neck. It looks.
I'm gonna look at it
Not happy.
and go. I'm gonna look at it and go. I've done my job. Back up and use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking good.
Oh my
Yeah.
lord.
Yeah, you are. Oh,
That's my turn.
all right, Lyra, it's your turn.
I am
The tent is
absolutely.
burning behind you.
I think I am too.
Just a little bit. It's still a little crispy.
Finally managed to get my bearings after getting absolutely slaughtered by this thing, and it's still up in the air, right?
It is still 30 feet up in the air, yes.
Okay. I would like to use my gift to imbue my weapon.
Mm-hmm. What are you imbuing it with?
Let us do. Let's just do fire damage.
Sure.
And I'm just gonna back away.
Ooh, I guess I should ask. This thing bleeds, correct?
It does.
All right, give me a sec. We're fine.
You're okay.
We're good.
Just kind of gonna back off here to kind of
Yep. You
catch my breath a bit.
You pat off the fire. You kind of take a few steps away from the burning tent.
And if I was to no, I can't. Prepare
You can hold an
a
action.
reaction.
Yeah.
Or I guess to prepare to dash in on any openings that I might see.
Sure. You would only be able to either hold an attack or to hold a dash.
I guess a dash.
Sure.
And, yeah. That is the end of my turn.
All right. That is the end of your turn. Artemis. It is directly
Alrighty,
above you.
So, yep. One thing, give it 1 health back, because I happen to just look at my abilities, and apparently the improved pact weapon. If I have a weapon that I make my pact weapon, that already has a bonus, I don't stack it, so it's just a +1. But what I did is I basically just added the +1 to my other weapon, since this weapon's already
I see.
magic, so they both just had the +1 now. But it would have still taken the 1 less damage. But hearing Vestelle, I'll kind of shout back and just say, kind of look around, just say, all right, because she was wanting me to back away from it, so I'll step back a few feet. This wouldn't be right under it, right, if it were to just drop?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I said if I backed up, like, this wouldn't be right under it, I imagine.
Yeah, you're far
Right.
enough away that if it
Gotcha.
dropped straight down from the sky, it wouldn't land on top of you.
Gotcha. Alright. So yeah, I'll kind of move back there, and then I don't really have too much. I am looking pretty hurt. I'll go ahead and cast mirror image on myself,
Mm-hmm.
just to have that going to at least,
For sure.
yep, to at least try and deter it or confuse it. And I'll go and
Before
do
this
that.
thing also has blind sight.
Bro, I'll cry.
It might.
Yeah, I don't know. And then yeah, I'll just kind of, because that's my action, so I'll kind of just sit there and wait until my next turn.
Mm-hmm. Darcy, you are currently invisible and moving away. What are you up to? You know you're capable of fighting back, though. Do you want to?
It's seeing just like the multiple gouts of fire happening and everybody getting set on fire. Like, all right, come on. You can do something to help. All right. Just. And. What's the. Yeah, fucking Witch Bolt's like really fucking short range.
I think it's 30 feet for Witch Bolt.
Yeah. I would need to be literally right underneath it, which is not something I am up for. Let's just do the lovely Eldritch Blast.
Go for it. Did you see that? Oh, that was cool.
That's awesome.
That was cool.
See, yeah. There's animations and various different spell effects for specific things like Eldritch Blast, like I think basic weapon attacks and things like that when you target the creature. You can also set those yourself, I believe, if you right-click, click Edit on the actual spell itself, and then there should be something called Advanced Spell Effects. I don't know if you guys get those. Do you guys get those? Edit spell.
Maybe.
How do you target it again? What's the
Oh,
hotkey?
AA for animation stuff. You can find animations and stuff for your things under AA.
But yeah, I think I actually hit it.
Yes. Yes, you
What's
did.
what's the button for targeting it?
You can right click on it, and then there should be a thing for target.
Yeah, and if not, then you can use the
Gotcha.
target thing on the top left, like the thing that looks like a target, and then you can click on it to target it.
Gotcha.
Yes. Some of the modules that I put in are making good use. Let's go! Okay, Darcy, that's your attack. You definitely did 4 damage to it, and it is not happy about it. Anything else you'd like to do?
Darcy's just sort of standing there, no longer like, I hit it.
You hit it.
Good.
Gets breathed on immediately.
Yeah,
Vaerun,
honestly.
it's your turn.
Okay. I will use Bless.
Bless.
It's kind of cool when you target it. It's got our colors on the top too.
Yes, it does.
Me bless. Varus.
Do you have to be
Artemis?
able to see me?
Didn't you? Oh no, you stealth.
I hid.
What was your stealth? Oh, shit.
29.
Yeah, no stealth for you. I mean, I don't have to see you, but I don't think I would know where you are. So
Yeah. An arrow came from behind, and that was it.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Vestelle's too far, so say Artemis, Lyra, and I'll go to Darcy.
Sure. You can right-click them to apply Bless to them. Or actually, if you want to, I believe you can target them for this as well. So if you change your target, so if you target, instead of clicking the Chimera, you can click Lyra, Artemis, and Darcy. I think you can add multiple targets with Shift. So if you press Shift, you can add multiple targets, and then you can press the Bless. I don't know if it actually applies anything. It doesn't look like it did.
Didn't look like it.
That's okay. You know, for future use. It also tells me what you're targeting, which is good, so that I know.
Yeah, I can't right click them in Bless, so
That's okay.
and then I will attack with my thingy,
Go for it.
my spiritual weapon.
21, that definitely hits. Sheesh. 9 points of damage. Solid. As you slam into its back, you can see that it is struggling to maintain its air, as it's pretty hurt. It's pretty hurt.
Okay. We get closer.
Oh, you're getting closer to me? Fair enough.
Come at me. Come at me.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Vestelle.
Okay, how close do I have to be to cast binding on it?
What do you mean binding? Do you mean your
The curse of the
binding?
binding? Yes, it's. I have to be within 30 feet, but it's 30 feet in the air.
You would have to be directly underneath it, basically.
Oh, okay.
Or in
Well,
this
I don't-
tile.
If I stand there and it comes down, will it hit me?
That'll depend on whether you make the duck save or not.
Okay. You know what? It's cool. I'm gonna do a what's the word? Amplify it.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
To take 2 damage.
All right.
Uh,
Would you mind just popping it into chat so I can
Yeah.
see exactly what it does?
Strength save.
Which was strength saving throw. On a failure, the creature's speed is reduced to 0, and you can't use reactions until the end of your turn. Ooh, okay. All right, let's make a strength save for it. That's a 10. It fails. It immediately drops 30 feet and slams into the ground. It can't slow itself. Therefore, it does take fall damage. 2d8. It takes... Oh my god! Holy fucking shit. It just took so much fall damage!
Would I be able to use my action on this
Yes!
event?
With your reaction, you would now be able to dash up to like here or wherever else you wanted to move. Oh, sorry. You were here. Also, Vaerun, Vestelle, I need the two of you to give me dex saves. 17, that is a success. Vaerun. That is also a success. Neither of you take any damage from it falling on top of you. As the two of you take just like one small step back, it slams straight in front of you, and it looks upset. As you can see, every single eye that it has on its 3 heads is slowly bleeding just a tiny amount on the each edges of each eye. And the rest of its body is bleeding horrendously too, so, you know.
That was my bonus action, so I'm going to
Sheesh.
Let's go.
use my halberd, and I'm going to also Crimson Right.
Is it considered prone or is it just on the ground?
It is, yes. So both.
Well, because she might have advantage if it's prone, you know what I mean?
Well, it's
Oh,
restrained.
you do have
anyways,
advantage.
isn't it?
No, it's not technically classified as restrained.
It's
It
not
just has.
restrained.
It's more like a grapple than a restraint.
Okay.
Okay, halberd.
You would have advantage, so
Okay. 25.
Oh my god, yeah, that definitely hits. 13 points of slashing damage. Oh.
Plus
Ooh.
my fire damage,
Oh!
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
which is...
Doesn't that take a bonus action to activate? Did you activated that, right?
Oh, it does.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then it's just 13.
You can heal back those 2 HP.
Yes.
Heck yeah. Okay. My bad.
All good.
I will use my... I can still use my feet, though,
Ooh.
to hit it with
Is
the
that a
other end of
bonus
my
action or-
That
halberd.
is also a bonus action.
Is it?
Yes.
Darn. Okay. I'm done then.
It is its turn. Let's see if it gets its breath weapon back. It does not. It is on a 5 or higher that it gets it back. And as of currently, it is stuck where it is, cannot move, and must make its attacks. And it will choose the one who is horrendously injured.
What?
Lyra.
Nice.
Technically at disadvantage because you said it's prone.
It is prone. Wait, sorry, does that reduce the speed to 0, or does it make it prone?
Yeah. Reduce it to 0. That's why I was asking.
Oh, so the reduce to 0 causes a creature to drop onto the ground.
Which would make it prone, right?
Would it? Or is it just like
I mean, if you're,
movement?
it depends on if you're. Well, it's falling from the sky.
It did take damage.
Yeah, it's binding. Like it's all
It's really up to you, Jake.
Like it doesn't say only flying or only walking. It's all doesn't.
Well, no. When a creature's speed gets reduced to 0 and it is flying, it drops. To
And
the
it doesn't
ground.
have a hover speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right, but this curse of the binding isn't just for flying. It's all movement.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like the flight gets reduced to 0. Its normal speed also gets reduced to 0. So it is prone. So you guys would have advantage, and it does have disadvantage on these fucking bites, which I am sad about. Sag bite against Lyra. 16?
That hits.
Oh, you take 11 points of piercing damage. Are you raging?
So what?
If you're raging, you take half damage. If you're not raging, you take 11.
No, I wasn't.
All right. Then it's going to make its second attack towards you as well. 14?
That does not hit.
Oh, that does not hit. It will make its last attack towards you as well. Its claw attack.
Oh my
That's 16.
god.
That hits.
That one does hit.
Oh.
Mean.
At the end of its turn, it gets to make a save against the Curse of Binding. As the rest of you watch
God damn it,
as
Andrew.
Lyra goes down.
Oh god, and I'm closer.
And its strength save
Yeah.
fucking fails again. Hey, Varus.
Son of a bitch.
As you come out of stealth.
Sorry, Robert.
It's fine.
I come out of stealth. I think I keep my stealth.
Well, you come out of stealth
And then-
as you make the bite, is what I meant.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh
Sorry, Robert.
It's
This
fine.
may or may
Isn't
not
Darcy
hurt.
still invisible? Oh, no, he made an
No,
attack.
he
is not-
attacked.
he no longer is invisible. You're right.
Andrew, after you've blown up a country with me in it, I think you biting me in the neck is
That was
small
Jake.
potatoes.
Jake blew up a country.
Oh, well, you know.
that was you.
Oh, well,
I'm
the
talking
second
about
time,
the whole empire.
The second time, yeah. I bite him.
Go for
Because,
it.
you know,
Give me a roll. Oh,
Yeah, that-
God. Well, Darcy, you take 7 points of piercing
hit.
damage as you feel some sort of strange dagger-like points sink into your neck. But Varus, that's your action.
yeah, that's it. That's that's my turn. I stand there and look at what I've done again.
As he looks at his
Oh,
hands,
no.
look at his... Well, at least Darcy's not down. Lyra, this is the first time I believe someone's actually been down. So, oh wait, no, it's not. But I asked that my players roll their death saves as a whisper. So if you want to change at the bottom right, you see it says public roll. Can you change that to a private roll? And then from there, roll your death saving throw. Thank you.
She did it.
Nice.
And that is the end of your turn as it goes to Artemis.
Oh, hey, that's me.
That is you. As you see
Oh, let's
Lyra
see.
currently flat on the ground, unconscious, yet still breathing.
Yep. I will. Let's see. Yeah. I'll go ahead and use my movement to kind of run around here. And then get here. This will be flanking, right? But I mean, it's
Yes.
prone, so I don't think
It's
it
You
really
had
matters.
advantage anyway, yeah.
Yeah. It's fine if it stands up somehow. But yeah, I'll get here. And I'm going to start laying down the hate with 2 attacks straight
Yeah,
at
I
it.
think it's
Go
gonna
for
die
it.
anyway.
So here's the first.
Hell,
And actually, I'll go ahead and as my bonus, or no, I can't. Never mind, because my bonus action would be my second attack. So I'll just make 2 attacks.
it looks real rough. Real roughed up. Go for it.
Alrighty. It's shift and then click, right, for the advantage.
Yes.
That
Oh,
crit.
that's a crit. Yeah.
That is.
I don't know if it added the crit damage.
It
but
did
I'll-
not.
You could change your crit
If
range,
you
can't you, on
click-
these?
I did, but I don't think it applies it though.
You can click to roll
Add-
crit damage.
Yeah.
Critical hit threshold didn't change anything?
No.
Hmm.
There you go.
Okay, well, Artemis,
14.
how do you want to do this?
All right. Which way is it facing? I
is-
imagine towards like Lyra. Eh?
Currently towards Lyra and Vaerun.
Also, I think you reduced me to 0 with whatever you did.
Did I? Huh?
Yeah, because I just hit 0 hit points, so I don't know what happened.
Oh, whoops. I meant to click it on him. I think I clicked on
I
you.
killed them
die.
both.
It's fine, I had 13. But yeah, no, so if it's facing towards Lyra, I will kind of run around jumping on like this haystack. And then like jumping over, landing on its back. I'll take one blade and slam it through the dragon-like head, almost like pinning that head down into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
As I take my other blade and with one sweep, cut the goat and the lion head off.
Fantastic. The rest of you watch Artemis run around the creature, jump on top of it, and as it tries to bite and claw at him, the dragon head just gets pierced through with the blade before the obsidian blade comes in a sweeping arc and the other two heads get lopped off and it falls to the ground, dead. As that is the end of combat. Congratulations.
Jake,
What's up?
my one thing, does that count on creatures such as this, or is that only like humanoids?
It counts on anything you kill.
All right. Let me read, because I think I have to roll something here.
Kill.
You targeted the Chimera with the healing
Oh,
word.
yeah. I revive
The
it. so I can
Chimera
fight it
gets
again.
up for one last round. Eats Artemis.
Just so you know, I set this whole thing up.
Haha! Oh my god! But in the foray, Lyra, you get 8 points of healing, I believe. And as you guys glance towards the inside of the tent, you see what essentially is a massacre. There's about a dozen or so people, all of them basically torn to pieces. Like, you can't even tell which body part is a part of which person anymore in there, as it's just coated in blood. And now it is entirely being engulfed in flames.
Oh, GM?
What's up?
I failed.
Oh. Okay.
So you have bless.
Oh, I do have bless.
You do have bless.
Would that matter? Hold on, let me
What's
see.
your save DC?
It's 8 plus wisdom plus prof.
I think it's
so-
15.
So yeah, I'd have to roll 3 or
You
4
could
on
make-
me.
Oh, wait. 8 plus wisdom plus proficiency? It's 13.
Oh, you make it then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yeah. Okay. Whew.
Whew. Sweating a little bit.
Nothing wrong with me here, fellas.
What's your wisdom? Is it
It's
three?
plus 3.
Yeah, and then proficiency of 2 currently.
I look over at Darcy and just go, sorry.
Is it the smell? Do we need to get you like wax plugs or something?
I think it's a lot of things. Smell, sight, sense, I don't know.
I suppose. I suppose we're even now.
Let's not keep it this way, please. I don't want to keep track of
Agreed.
this.
No more exchanges like that.
We'll try.
All right.
Starting as Darcy looks and says, "Oh dear," faints.
Yep, the rest of you watch as Darcy collapses as he looks at the inside.
We should probably get going.
Oh my god, what the hell? I love
What?
Look at memes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, huh.
So
Oh,
fast.
that, yeah.
She did that so fast.
Just do that.
It's
Emily.
beautiful.
Emily, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Vaerun will say,
How
You
the
can
turns
find the
the
10 in
table.
your hearts. Help me
That's
bury
great.
all these bodies.
I'm
You're,
gonna change my icon to that.
It's kind of burning, Vaerun.
Vaerun, the entire tent is currently going up in flames. Are you going to try and wander in to try and grab the bodies?
Wasn't flame? Okay.
Yes, the
Yeah,
chimera
this tent is
burnt
very
through the sides of
flammable.
the sides of the tent to set fire to Artemis and
No.
Vestelle. Or
Lyra.
Lyra. Yeah.
You can wait for the fire to die.
When the fire dies, it's the tent gone.
Truthfully, we should get going.
But these bodies, they're just lying out here. We have to give them a proper burial. We have to.
Looking over
It's the right
them,
thing to do.
just before the tent kind of collapses on top of them, you're not really sure you can even call them bodies anymore. A lot of them have been chewed on, eaten, like... It's basically a large pile of body parts more than anything else.
So everyone will still push to bury these bodies.
Fair enough.
It's the right thing to do. These souls may be lost forever if they have not properly put to rest.
I think us killing that thing probably did put them to rest.
I think it prevents the suffering, but it doesn't put them to rest. It's just how they can tell it's a massacre. They must have been suffering, but we can let their souls move on.
I mean, do what you want. I'm gonna keep an eye out for other people, and I'll start making my way through the forest back to the way we came.
I'll help.
Mhm.
I know the importance of what you want to do.
Mhm.
I'll help you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give myself my lay on hands, just to give myself an extra 5, and then help out where I can.
Craft and shovels. Good. Probably mass grave.
Yeah, as the fires eventually die down, you kind of move aside some of the fabric before taking a little while to open up an entire mass grave to kind of put all of the creatures, or all of the people that had died here within. It takes a few hours, but you
A
do,
few hours.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
it does take a while to bury bodies, especially if you're digging up an entire grave, mass grave for all of them. Yeah, it's gonna take.
Yeah.
She's unconscious for like 2 hours. Anybody take him back to the car, or they just leave him there?
Well, the cart's right there.
Yeah.
I'll
lay you on
move
the
him to
cart.
the cart. That way, we don't accidentally mistake him for a body.
Just toss him in. Oh shit! Wait,
Yeah.
where's Darcy? Oh,
Throw him into the pyre. Oh shit! Off.
no, no, no.
That would be the way Darcy goes.
No,
I
but
think Varus just kind of stands on a tree, whatever. It just keeps an eye out for a few hours, I suppose,
sure. Give me a perception check.
towards the road they came from.
Mm-hmm. And as the
Sure.
tent kind of burns and some of the magic seems to almost fade from the area, you can see that you can now see the main road much easier. That it's basically a direct line of sight. There's a few trees blocking the way, but it's not that bad. It seems
I
that.
guess I should say 18 plus 7
Oh, jeez.
because of the.
Sure. But yeah,
I think I have to prepare ceremony with the amount of people we're burying.
You probably do. Yeah.
I think it is a funeral part. Burying too many
I
bodies.
believe you can
guys.
ritual cast it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You can ritual cast ceremony. So. Yeah. You essentially give all of the bodies a funeral rite as the hours kind of progress. Eventually, as it gets around to 5:30ish in the afternoon, as late afternoon, you finish up burying the bodies and marking it with a singular large wooden plank with various different things carved onto it. But you are finished. And whatever happened to this circus has been put to rest. And eventually,
All right.
you guys get back onto the road.
Well, that was certainly eventful.
Back to happy music. But we're going to take a short break here. Washroom,
Right.
whatever it might be that you require. We'll be right back. all of my uh, entries and everything. So currently I'm working on fixing all the equipment that I had, which I have to rebalance and put some stuff in as well. But the world entries, all the pictures, all of the names and everything, I also like read through them for spelling mistakes and things. There's new pictures for some of the gods, as they look now different than they did before. They shouldn't. I think the Scenario Pantheon is mostly the same. There might be like one or two pictures I got different. Yeah, I think there was like one picture. There's other pictures that I did change, which you guys don't have access to, so you don't need to worry about it. Yeah, everything should be cleaned up and looks nice. Yes, the bestiary is also very good. Here, let me. There's new pictures for everything.
Love to see it.
Yes.
We've got a new Fey boy, huh?
Yes, and all the humanoids, they now have different pictures too. Very pretty. All the nice stuff. Monstrosities, monstrous humanoids, spectrals, vampires, all the good stuff. But yes, currently fixing some stuff. Backstory, main story, mostly done. I kind of know where things are going, so that'll be really nice. That'll be real nice.
Retatosker, but in the shape of a fucking owl.
Huh? Oh, you know, some of the names are different.
I love it.
But yes, things. Progressions. We're going back to the game.
We're going back.
But as you guys eventually wander back over to the road, Darcy, you remember the stone that you picked up?
Yes.
I think you've spent long enough with it to be able to tell what it is. You can program an illusion with it. It'll do a repetitive action for an indefinite amount of time. However, it can only be programmed once a month.
I'm guessing it can be programmed.
As of currently, yes. It
yeah.
just ticked over to Jordia, so you can program it this month, and then on the 1st of the next month it'll reset again, so you'll have to reprogram it again.
I think it makes sense since it's been there for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Darcy is actually going to work on reprogramming that.
Sure.
This could actually help me a bit on the road with my wares.
I love tossing random magic items at my players and seeing what they do with it. So let's see where this goes. But also, now that we are on the road, I need one person to roll me a D100. Anybody will do?
I do. I don't think my other thing that I have to roll would really matter if this is 3 days later, would it?
No.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if...
one more road event happens before you guys hit Greenspire, is what that means.
Love it.
Good one, right?
As the weather takes a turn for the worse, slightly again, as you guys head towards Greenspire, unfortunately slowing your progress ever so slightly, to the point where you guys aren't quite able to reach Greenspire before another 3 days passes. So let's go back to days. Boom, boom, boom. It is now the 9th of Joilia. Tilda, a Tuesday. As you guys kind of walk away from the lake. You have two decisions that you guys can make here. Either you follow the river up towards the Tri-Lake directly without going to Greenspire, or you go visit Greenspire and restock and do such things. What would you guys like to do?
What are our supplies at the moment? Like, we can...
You guys have spent about 9 days on the road. I'll say that.
Yeah, completely out of food, I think.
Probably need to resupply.
I think we agreed we were going to stop there, so
Yeah, might as well.
Yep.
We can probably try and pick up some. We'll probably want to get some more ration, maybe some. Well, do we have healing potions? I can't recall.
I don't think any of you have any healing potions.
I have a healing potion, but I'm using it for our short rest stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we'll probably
might-
want to pick some of those up.
might be able to find out more information about the Tri-Castle as well before we go in there.
Yeah, might as well stop by. and
So
get some...
how many
Or at
days
least a
has it
history.
been since the Big Top 3?
Since
Yeah.
the big fight, yes, 3. 10
Okay.
fight, 3 days.
I'm asking because I am keeping track of my rations.
Yes, excellent. Yeah, every travel event happens every 3 days, so if you guys can keep track of rations, fantastic, because that's good. It'll give you
Yeah,
another.
it doesn't do it automatically per long rest, unfortunately. So that's a thing.
I could add a module to force you guys to keep track of that stuff, but I think it's like, if you want to keep track of it, fantastic, it's good. If you don't want to keep track of it, then you could just spend X amount of gold at each town you go to say you have rations that'll keep up with everybody else's. So, but yeah.
Sure.
Given that you guys decide to go towards Greenspire, you now begin to traverse across the fields. In the far, far distance, you can see the beginnings of the tops of a tree. A large, massive, deciduous tree that seems to have been carved into. You see smaller trees that border it, though not nearly as large, though still quite tall and sturdy. But following the river slowly, you kind of meander your way towards Greenspire as... What happens on the 9th of Joylia? I need someone to give me a travel.
Roberts, are you okay?
I'll roll a thing.
Sure, give me a roll.
Event neutral.
Neutral.
What kind of neutral event do you think happens, Mister?
So we're on the way to
Okay.
Greenspire.
Yes.
Okay. Probably farmers, right? You know, we're just passing by. I guess we're outside the forest.
Mhm.
So we're getting close to, like, you know, the countryside and the fields. So we could meet some farmers who are you know, working on the fields.
Certainly. So, as you guys are traversing towards Greenspire, the area around, you can see that it's not less farmers and more fishermen, as the currents of the waters actually make for really good fishing from the various different, you know, kind of sources that come around, specifically from the Tri-Lake for the most part. You see just along the side of the road a few fishermen, maybe 3 or 4 men, currently sitting there chatting their asses off as you guys approach from down the road, your cart making rickety sounds. You hear the 4 of them stop talking, look over at all of you guys before one of them kind of pikes up. "Oi! You're traveling towards Greenspire?"
Yes, we are.
Ah,
Yeah.
look at that. Travellers going to Greenspire. At this time of year, you know it's Joyldeer, right?
Oh, well, Greenspire's on our way, so.
Oh, he's travelling not for sightseeing. What? Who travels for not the sightseeing? Greenspire's got nothing but sights. It's beautiful this time of year. What? I mean, you're right. You sure you're not travelling for the sights?
Well, the sights are certainly part of it, but we're actually heading south.
Ah,
Greenspire's a stop off to resupply.
where are you going, son?
We were planning on looking around the Tri-Lake area.
The Tri-Lake area. Wait, what for? Well, does it sound like a savoury place to be? Shit's all kind
Well-
of deserted and ruined.
Well, you see, I'm a traveling craftsman, and recently I've been looking into painting
Paint?
landscape. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll myself a quick painter supplies to see how I've done on the various days.
Sure.
I'm not very good at. As you can see, I'm not very good at it just yet.
He kind of takes a look at one of the landscapes that you've painted. It's a little splotchy. It looks very amateur. He looks at it, looks at you. I think I'd start with something easier, mate. Just, maybe look around the fields of the Veld, Make sure there's no trees around as well. Maybe you could draw the hills. Just a few hills. No horizon, no sky, just hills. Stop.
It'll still take a few days, so I'm planning on getting as much practice in as I can. But I do want to try something. You got to challenge yourself to grow.
Well, I suppose agree with that. Well, you look at another one. He's like, I don't know. Challenging myself has really made me grow. I think just eating stuff made me grow.
It certainly helps too.
Oh, just eat. Make sure your stomach's full, and you'll be big, nice and round, like me. As he slaps his really, really hefty stomach. The other one looks at him. You're just stealing the entire fucking town's food. Just don't be a prick about it. Huh? What? Yeah? You'll have to forgive him. He's a fucking fat ass. Really. But
Artemis kind of like raises his hand and kind of waves and just says, say, out of curiosity, you fellas don't happen to maybe know why the Tri-Lake area is such a desolate area?
Well,
perchance.
From what I know, all the history books that I've read, you don't read history books. Shut the fuck up. From all the history books I've read, there's shit that goes down there. There's a lot of ruins. There's always been an area of kind of mystery. Not a lot of people go about there. Troll Castle was ruined long ago. Don't even know when, but it's been there for a while, and honestly, we don't even know if it still exists, but it's still on our maps, right? Is it still on our maps?
It's on our map.
Oh!
Yeah, we have it.
You have a map? Well, fantastic. And it's still on it? Then bam. Bubbity bubbly boop. There you have it.
I like these farmers.
They're fishermen.
Are they fishermen?
Yeah, they're fishermen.
I thought Kay said farmers.
He did, but there's no farms in this area. They're mostly fishermen or traders. The other one kind of looks over. Well, the three of you, shut up. Also, a lot of you, just move on, man. We're trying to catch fish here, and all of your loud voices are scaring them away.
Right, sorry about that. Best of luck with your catch.
Well, don't listen to this old prick. He's a fucking asshole. I wish you all the best of luck, but if I'm going to the trial castle, I'll bring a load of shit and probably an army or two. So, good luck. Have fun, and try not to get your asses killed, right?
Thank you for the advice.
Well, I'm just trying to pass on some friendly advice to all of my fellow people. It's good stuff. But yeah, as you guys slowly ride away, you can see and hear one of them goes, "Oh, I think I caught a big one!" As they pull a fish out of the actual waters itself. It doesn't look very big. It's like 4 inches.
And before we get a Smeagol and Deagle situation.
There's a ring. I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, when he tells his buddies tonight that he caught that fish, the size of it's gonna double, and then next week when he tells his buddies at the bar, it's gonna double from there, and just keep on going. This is the way of fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I've only ever caught 2 things while fishing. One of them was a flounder, and the other was a starfish.
Nice. But, yeah, you guys continue on towards the city of Greenspire.
Ooh.
A day later, you guys finally manage to arrive within the actual city itself. As you guys kind of crest over a hill, you see in front of you a beautiful and rather large city in front of you. Let me find the actual page of itself. Or sorry, not rather large. A rather large tree in front of you. Glancing over at the top of it, you can see that the branches of it kind of split off from a very thick trunk. You see at the very top of this kind of tree, there seems to be an area where it's almost been carved out to serve as a plaza or square, as you see various different small buildings on the actual side of the tree itself, descending from various different platforms that go down all the way down to the base where you guys are about to kind of go towards. Glancing over at it, there's a massive kind of flow of water from one from the Tri-Lakes and the other one from the other direction, that all seem to flow downwards in a south direction that surround the base of this tree. It's quite a beautiful sight to take in. Let me share this with you. Show players change to limited. Boom.
Ooh.
Greenspire.
Hey.
All right. But yeah, as you guys kind of arrive at the very edges of the area, you see several kind of people at the very bottom, some of them hopping into boats, traversing into different areas, and a few of the other ones kind of going about their daily business, as it's rather early in the morning. Was there anything that you guys specifically wanted to do, or were you searching for something? You do see a pair of guards standing near the entrance at the base of the actual tree itself. One of them looks really bored, and the other one, she looks like she's trying to pay attention as much as possible, but really doesn't seem like she gives a shit.
Alright then. I guess we're taking the cart up towards the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
As you guys slowly maneuver your ways up, you can see that both of the guards kind of peek up at the interest of potential travelers. The guard standing near the front, the lady that looks like she's trying to do her job, gets a little bit closer, looks at all of you up and down, just silently for a brief moment. What's your business in Greenspire?
We're mostly travelling through, restocking on supplies. Although I was curious, who might I talk to about setting up a small temporary stall?
It depends what you're trying to sell.
I'm a doll maker by trade, and Darcy will pull out one of his dolls that he's made.
Huh. Well, looks interesting. I'm not sure it's a good place for you to be selling dolls here. I'll say just set up whatever and just try and sell them. If there's people that buy, go for it. If it doesn't, it's not really a big deal. Huh? And
Alright then. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Business was what? Visiting, resupplying, getting out.
That's the plan. Shouldn't be here
Pretty much.
longer than a day or two.
Okay, well, Villa, you want to take them around for a bit? Guide them around, show them the ropes. The other guard, who looked really bored, she sits up. Oh, God, you're gonna make me move. Okay, fuck, fine. Welcome to Greenspire. It's our little lovely town that we find and call ourselves home, as she slowly kind of leads you guys towards the actual base of the tree. You guys can leave your cart and your horses right there, tied up, whatever, it doesn't really matter. If they wander away, that's on you, not on us. But yeah, it's a lovely little town. We have a bit of supplies here and there. It's a decent traveling point. Quite a few people who head down to Filden from a variety of different places come by here. Some people from Free Reach on their way to Malagost. Although I think the majority of people prefer to go to Tipper before, heading to Malagost. long roads and all that stuff. I don't know how Melagos still really has all this. I don't know why it's still such a popular location. Not unless it's really empty. Honestly, it's kind of boring. But Greenspire is very nice. We got a lot of fish and things. All this water that flows around us, beautifully fresh, wonderful, really nice. Get some tourists here and there willing to spend their gold to get themselves painted at the top of the tree. Every once in a while, there's people that come here to get married. They think that getting married at the top of our Greenspire tree is really good luck, and it is. It definitely is. As she kind of looks over all of you. If you're looking to get married, Greenspire is the location for it. She gives you a thumbs up before continuing a really long-winded spiel about how great the city is and all that stuff. Was there any questions?
All very canned, I'm guessing.
Yeah, she sounds like she's just like repeating words she's been told to repeat over and over again.
The tourist department has given her a speech.
Yeah, basically. You could feel like there's bits of it where she's trying to embellish it a little bit, where she's like really enjoying it. She seems to really like the candy store that is on the second that is on the second kind of stage or staging, though it is a candy store mixed with a restaurant mixed with a general store, so
so it's everything.
basically everything. And she kind of guides you guys towards what appears to be a small hovel, but upon second inspection, as you glance inside some of the windows, it looks to be a little bit like more an inn than anything else. This is the Greenspire Inn, where the majority of people who come here stay. If you guys wanted to stay for a little bit longer than a few days, you're welcome to. There's a bit of free room and real estate here before the real summer craze of where all the people are traveling about the lands, going about, visiting Greenspire. It's beautiful this time of year. Yeah, you really should come. It's beautiful. Oh. All that stuff. Yeah, feel free. If you need anything, I'm sure the proprietor will be able to help you. And enjoy Greenspire.
Before you go,
sure.
Does Greenspire happen to have a library or some kind of archives?
We don't have a library here, sorry.
Nothing where you keep any records?
No, we don't really need it.
Anyone we can talk to that's very knowledgeable?
She kind of ponders for a moment. Maya knows
Anyone who's been here for a very, very long time.
Well, I don't know about very, very long time. Most of us are humans. I don't know if you consider a very long time, given you got the pointy ears. 30 years, 40 years. Amaya's been here for quite a while, so I guess that counts. No elves here, sorry.
Whoever you go to for wisdom would be.
Yeah, probably Amaya. Let me. What was his name again? Zale. If you go around and ask for Zale, he'll pop up eventually. Yeah. Good luck. Have fun. Enjoy Greenspire. I'm supposed to say this, but try and spend some money.
Right.
Given the purpose.
Thank you for
here,
showing
it
us
probably
around.
will be.
Sure.
Yes, thanks for the runaround.
Oh, one more thing. Do you have any weapons stores?
There's a few shovels you could probably buy at the general store that I told you about with all the candy. They might have a sword or two, and maybe some daggers. I think they're more kitchen knives than daggers.
Good to know. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. If you're looking around. Well, we have a few weapons for us as the guards, but they're kind of provided by Greenspire to keep the entire city safe, so I can't really be selling those. So good luck. And she wanders away. Varus, you have been noticing eyes kind of looking at your group, just passing by. And they're quite inconspicuous. So the majority of you, there's no way that they would have even been spotted looking at your group, but you have very keen eyes and senses, and you did spot some people kind of eyeing
Like,
you guys and
In
sizing you
what
up and down.
way? Like,
Give me an
like they wanted to. Okay.
insight check to try and determine what kind of way they were looking at you.
Awful.
Difficult to tell, considering if you started to look at them to try and determine what sort of expressions they might have had or what their intentions might have been, that you might have given away that you had spotted them. So you're unsure.
Gotcha.
Though they did seem to have some sort of intention.
I've got
I will
proficiency
just-
in insight, so it's not nearly as high as Varus, but
Yeah, but you didn't notice them, right?
Unfortunately, you did not notice them.
Oh.
Varus is the only one who saw them. I
Fair
believe, unless someone else's passive perception is also over 20.
nope.
No?
No.
Fair enough.
I will just keep my eyes open for anything that may be happening.
As you guys are currently standing in here in front of this green spire, and you can see that the platforms of which you're standing on they're not necessarily the most sturdy things. They're wide, maybe about 5-6 feet wide, so you guys are kind of standing in a line as you see another group of kind of people coming down from the top and trying to push past you guys. As they're pushing past you guys, Varus, actually, intimate girl, sorry. I could I think I could use my roll dice. Hold up. Oh, okay. Varus, what's your passive?
22.
Okay. You actually do spot this. Oh, you fucking fuck. I'm so upset. It's fine. You see, as this kind of group is pushing past all of you, that because of the proximity and just kind of the crowdedness, a lot of you guys are getting touched and not necessarily, anything. Yes. But you do feel that some of them are taking things from you guys. The others do not notice it, and you are the only one who does.
I don't have anything outside of like my
Ooh.
actual bag.
Who are they taking stuff from in particular?
You see Artemis kind of gets felt up almost as he gets a few of his items taken off of him.
Aren't we on our carts? Or on our cart, rather?
No. Your cart has been left at the bottom of the tree.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because we can't actually like set it up there.
You see some of the gold from his pouch get taken. You see Darcy gets felt up, but nothing too obvious could be taken from him.
Yeah, the most I have on the outside is a
They
small
take the
dagger.
doll.
That's their problem now.
No, from the best that you could tell, they do not take a doll.
Damn.
They
Shame.
They try and take his belt, though.
What?
You see the guy who tries to take his belt doesn't quite get it and just lets it go. But Darcy's belt is undone, and Darcy, you don't notice. You see a few others try and take things from like Lyra, Vaerun. One of them almost tries to take something from you until he very quickly notices that you're literally staring at him.
Uh-huh.
And then he just nods his head and kind of pats you on the shoulder as he walks past.
Can I'm gonna bring this to my group's attention, and the one that stole shit from Artemis, I'm gonna try to fucking not grab, but just like
Cut off.
Murder.
I guess grab would be the best way, but not in like a I'm gonna hurt you kind of sense. Just like a calm grab as I look at Artemis and just go, you might want to ask what this one took from you, as I just kind of put my hand on that person's shoulder, or try to at least.
As you kind of
Slowly.
try and put your hand on their shoulder, you see that he's like a younger adult, probably early 20s, a bit short in stature, but otherwise pretty regular looking. He kind of walks past, and as you try and grab him, you see the man behind him. You don't know if it's intentionally or not, just kind of move in the way. And as soon as you try and grab him, you basically touch this guy on the shoulder. And he looks at you. He's like, what? What the fuck you want? Huh? Look the other way, pussy. Before he turns around and keeps walking.
What happened to the kid?
He got swept up with the same group and just kept going. Artemis, you lose 40 gold.
Oh.
Okay. As I turn, would I be able to see him as he kind of like slips into the crowd?
Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily a large crowd. It's like 7 or 8 people, and they're all just sweeping past you guys.
Out of curiosity, what is this town's view on magic?
You don't know.
Or rather, city. Okay.
Vaerun,
Around?
Vaerun, do you have a pouch that you carry gold in as well?
Yes.
Varus, you would have also noticed that he got about 40 gold stolen from him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, robbing from a man on the cloth. That's bad karma.
I think Varus just like looks at these people with open gold pouches just out on their hip, and he's just like, I need to teach them better.
Let's see.
And
Like where the
Darcy's
kid
needs a
ran
position.
to, are there any like guards in his immediate area?
Currently where you guys are standing, you guys are about like 70 feet up in the air on a small wooden platform in front of a building. He seems to be going downwards, and you don't see the kid anymore as this like large, broad-shouldered man has walked behind him and is kind of blocking him from your view.
Gotcha.
Like you could still see him every once in a while as they're walking, but not easily.
Damn, I wish I was one more level. I would have totally levitated them.
I
Just
think
in the
I
middle
will,
of everyone.
Just as we're continuing to walk, just like, listen, I don't think this town is very great, as they told us. I would recommend you keep your pouches hidden. Otherwise, you're going to get more than 40 gold stolen. I look at Vaerun and Artemis.
I open up my gold pouch. Wait a minute, I have 420. Why am I upset? I have 420 gold. He can keep it.
I look over like shit.
Vestelle, as you also look into your gold pouch, you look that about 40 gold is also missing from yours.
How are they stealing like routinely 40 gold? That's a lot of coins.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, in my bag, I like to divvy up my bag with other smaller bags, and I do like in intervals of 40s. Just because that's like in most situations, like who needs more than 40 unless I'm like buying something really out there, right? So I throw the gold in the bag of holding. If I see that kid again, I swear.
Yes, just please keep your things hidden. Otherwise, we will be going broke every time we spend time here.
Why'd they undo my belt?
Oh, that's mildly
I tried to
concerning.
take it.
Why?
I don't know.
I should. Hold on. I like dip into like a nearby like alley or behind something, summon my blades, and it's gonna like let them hang from my belt.
Mm-hmm. You would
Dare
now
you to
look
try it again.
much more menacing.
Oh no, like they can take the blades, but they'll be in for a rude awakening when they do.
Yeah. I just meant like you look menacing now with just weapons.
Like they're
out.
less likely to even attempt
Yeah.
it, really.
I sometimes forget that I don't have like a physical weapon on me at most times, other than my dagger, which is hidden somewhere on my person. Good luck trying to find it.
Darcy looks like a fucking prep student half the time. I'm thinking probably.
Yeah, that is true.
That he does.
He reminds me of a guy I saw in an old studying abroad session.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a weird few years.
All right. But what are you guys gonna do now?
Darcy's going to find an area that seems to be relatively high foot traffic, where he can just set up a small little section to sell some of the figures.
Sure.
Are you sure you want to do that here? You
Well,
literally just got robbed.
I'm aware, but it's not like I'm selling these for very much anyway. So, well, would you at least? I suppose you'd consider keeping an eye out for me.
I suppose I can.
Thank you.
All right. What's everyone else doing?
I want to go to the top of the tree.
Ooh, yes, the top of the tree.
Oh.
Anybody else go
See
with
if
her?
it's
Vaerun will look for that lady the guy mentioned.
What lady?
I'll go on
Zale?
with to the top.
You mean the lady the guy mentioned, or the guy the lady mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go to the top of the tree first. Vestelle, as you take some of the rather easy to spot ramps upwards, and now tucking away your coin and much harder to get spots, you get to the very top of the tree, and it's like almost a plaza that's been kind of flattened out on the very top of this tree. You see a few small platforms where potential musicians or something like that could happen to be performing at. But as of currently, there doesn't look like there's too much, excitement or anything. At the very center, you see a small kind of hole that seems to go into the actual center of the tree that's covered in glass. And as you look over, you see on the interior of the actual tree itself what it looks to be like a large descending staircase that goes down into darkness that you can't see into the bottom of. But it's beautiful. Looking up at the very top, from the top of the tree, looking around at the actual outside towards the rest of the crossing, it is beautiful. A large amount of trees kind of surrounds the area around Greenspire, but you can see the very distance, the veld kind of open up towards the northeast, and the actual northern west open up to the southwest. In the very far distance, you can see the Belleton Hills and see peaks of the actual tri-point, and you see the large three mountains that make up the three very obvious peaks on the tri-point, and it's quite the sight. You can understand why people consider this to be a very beautiful place.
I think she would just go off to the edge, facing the tri-castle. Just kind of take it in and reflect on things.
Give me a perception
Take a breather
check.
for a bit.
Off in the distance, you can see that there seems to be like a strange cloud formation that almost seems to be hovering over the entire Tri-Lake area, though you don't know why. Other than that, everything else is kind of pretty normal.
Yeah, she's just gonna hang out there for a bit.
Sure. Vaerun, you're going to
Yes.
try and search for Zale. Give me an investigation check.
Okay, I can try investigate.
You ask around for Zale. Most of the people are like, who? What are you talking about? And some of them are like, oh, don't know a Zale unless you're willing to put some something interesting in front of me.
I do not.
Well, that's too bad, isn't it? Not within my realm of knowledge.
Yeah, he keeps asking around like that
Yeah.
to know.
Unfortunately, not much luck. Anybody else wanted to do anything? I believe, I know Darcy wanted to set up a stall, but we'll get to that in just a bit.
Yep.
Lyra, did you want to do anything?
I want to go shopping.
Ooh, shopping. What are you looking for? You find the general store very easily.
I'm just gonna stack up on rations. Let's see. They wouldn't happen to have like any. I guess not exactly like not only weapons, but like just like anything sharp.
What are you intending to do? You're
Looking
looking for
for-
just sharp things?
Like daggers, knives.
Sure. They have a bunch of like knives, but from the best that you can tell, most of those knives are like kitchen utensils or butchering knives meant for like butchers. So it's not too particularly useful, but you have how many do you want to buy?
Like do they have like picks?
Pickaxes?
Yes, but like not like large ones, like smaller picks.
For the rock climbing?
Yeah.
For rock climbing. Sure. Yeah, you can get a climber's kit here.
Okay.
If you wanted to purchase a climber's kit or anything else that might be within the realms of possibility, if you open up your character sheet, on the very top, there is 3 dots. On those 3 dots, you can click Equipment Shop. Within the Equipment Shop, you can search up the climber's kit. I believe that is 25 gold. And a climber's kit includes pittons, boot tips, gloves, harness. But yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. I think I was also just gonna buy some rope.
Yep, rope is also available in the shop.
You see if they have a moon calendar.
They don't seem to have a moon calendar, strangely. Oh yeah, waning crescent. One of them is waxing currently. But yeah, things go relatively well. Was there anything else that anyone wanted to do? I know all of you wanted to resupply, so you guys can spend some gold in the general store to buy some more rations or various different other things.
Yeah, I'll just give one of them gold to. If I'm staying with Darcy, I'll give one of them gold to buy me some rations.
Sure.
Yeah, Artemis does something that he'll do the waltz through here.
Sure. What's Artemis up
How
to?
much? How much would that be, by the way?
You
Well,
can buy rations in the equipment store.
once we're kind of like those of us who are still together, because I know like a couple people kind of split off. Artemis will go over to where the bag holding is, kind of reach in, grab his bag, and then reach in and grab one of those 40 gold piece mini pouches that he has.
Mm-hmm. Like the
kind of
dice
look
pouch I
around.
have.
Yeah, kind of look around, kind of scratch his head a bit, not really sure where to put it to hide it, and then he gets a brilliant idea. So he takes his hat off, puts it in the inside the hat, and then puts the hat back on,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like pats it. See if it's nice and secure. As he says, all right, well, since we're all kind of doing our own thing really quickly, I'm going to go.
Don't need to worry about equipment load.
I'm going to go visit some people, shall we say?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Are you gonna try and find the individuals who acquisitioned some of your money?
No, I'm going to actually use my background.
Oh!
And I'm going to find any local courier company. Basically just trying to get some insights to primarily the Tri-Castle, Tri-Lake area.
Okay. Give me a D100. On a 70 or higher, there is a courier company here in Greenspire.
D100, you said?
Yes.
I almost put D170.
Oh, so close. So close. Unfortunately, from the best that you recall, Greenspire does not have a courier company or some sort of courier center.
I go like kind of asking around.
Mhm.
It's like oh hey, is I can't recall the
Is
name of it there.
Company X here? No, damn.
Yeah. Like no, really? I had a sworn there was one here.
Not
Like
anymore.
not even.
Yeah.
Wow.
They just didn't get enough business down here, so I think they moved
That's
back.
fair.
I think they moved back
I'm
to
probably-
Lost.
Right. Yep. I'm about like kind of think for a moment. 100, about 120 years too late. Unfortunate. I just casually turn around and try and find the group as there's no company here anymore. The big Sag.
People smudge.
Yep. I just casually make my way back.
Mm-hmm.
I will try and find a magic store just to see if they have any identify scrolls.
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
Let's see if the general store has any magic items. You know what? Sure. I'll say you walk into the general store, the guy looks at you, we got candy, we got, a few knives. I think someone else just bought a bunch of, some other stuff. What can I get for you?
I'm primarily looking for some scrolls. Nothing too out there.
Well, you're in luck. I've got 2 scrolls. I believe they're of the identifying nature, and I got 1 other scroll of a fireball nature.
Well, how much for the identify? What do you?
Let me double
say?
check my pricing. I have it in here somewhere.
An important thing to make note of.
What was it? Let's see. For these, identify as a first level spell, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what? You can have them for, let's say, 120 gold each.
120 gold. That's not bad at all. All right. Well, how much for the fireball? Out of curiosity.
That'll be 1,000.
Okay, that one will be a little out there, but give me one moment. I will go retrieve my gold from one of my companions, and I will come back and pick those up. I'll quickly kind of make my way back to the group, go to the bag of holding, and just be like, "Oh, by the way, found some identifying scrolls. I'm gonna go pick them up."
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm holding on to just about everybody's fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
Give me my lunch money, Darcy.
People are gonna try to rob me, and I'm going to kill them on accident.
Yep. Gonna go badly.
As
Or goodly.
I'll get exactly 200 out of my bags, and because I already have 40 on me,
Sure.
and then I'll run over there and buy the 2 identify scrolls.
Wunderbar. You get both of them.
Alrighty.
He also has 3 potions of healing, if you guys would like to purchase those.
Artemis kind of looks at those, kind of seeing them, not really noticing them on the way out. He goes, "Oh."
But yeah.
Hold on, let me see how much money I have. Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of look at those. Kind of run back to the group now with the 2 identify scrolls again tucked away in my hat. As not to get them robbed. And then kind of run back and just be like, okay, got the scrolls. Put them in the bag holding. And I also had healing potions there. I don't know if we still want those. If they are, they're there. If not, I mean, I don't suppose it really matters.
After the last Last encounter, I think I'm gonna grab a few.
By all means. There's he had a few, so
How many were
There was 3. Each of them are 50 gold each. You can buy all 3 if you'd like.
Nope, all 3 have been bought.
Okay, 150 gold gone.
That's nothing.
Fair enough. It's more the supply than anything else. But yeah, you have 3 new healing potions, of which you can either add to your personal inventory or you can add to the group inventory. Up to you. I don't care. Let's set up a stall. Darcy, Varus, the 2 of you wander around to try and find a place where you might set up a stall. You find an area where kind of the upper section meets one of the lower sections, and you think, this might not be a bad place. There's a little bit more room here as well, so you set up yourself on a wooden bench, just kind of sit there, and you have a display a few of your dolls, or yeah. Are you trying to sell them, or what specifically are you trying to do?
Yeah, I am trying to sell them.
Okay. Give me a D20 plus your charisma mod. So just a charisma roll.
I'm also going to use the advertisement stone.
Oh, okay. What does it display? What does it show? What does it look like?
It will essentially just be it'll be like the sign that's in front of Darcy's store back in Ardalon, which depicts essentially a puppet jester carving himself a friend. And hanging underneath it will also be like a small list of prices.
Okay. Fantastic. You put something like that together, you kind of just set the stone out in front of you. You have a D20 plus your charisma mod plus 3.
Awesome. $16.
Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Now I need to determine some other stuff. Varus, you're sitting there helping him guard things, right?
I am keeping a careful watch over everything, hopefully.
Okay. You kind of standing. How are you standing compared to where the stall might be? It's set up on a bench with a stone in front of it. Where are you?
I mean, can I be like right behind him, just keeping an eye on everything?
Sure. You're just standing directly behind Darcy, staring at everybody that passes.
Pretty much.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check.
Oh, God. Okay. My intimidation is not that great, obviously.
That's not awful. It's not awful.
No, that's a good thing. Don't are you scaring away the customers?
Indeed, you are not scaring the customers. Glancing around, it's not overtly successful. The people don't seem that interested, but you do see a younger girl, probably like 14 or 15. She walks up. What is all of this?
These are wooden figures that I carve. Good for toys, a display.
You carved these?
Yes, I did.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Are you interested in any of them?
How much for one?
It's dependent on it. Which one are you interested in?
This one. She points at one of the jesters, I think. You have a jester, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Or am I thinking? Yeah.
This here is 2 gold.
2 gold. Okay. Okay. Yeah. She gives you 20 silver.
There you are. Exact change. Here you are. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you. My brother's gonna love this. And she just runs off. However, that is seemingly the only business you really get, as not a lot of people seem very interested.
Oh well. Made somebody happy today.
Mm-hmm. At least you were not stolen from, of which Varus kept a very careful eye on everyone that came walking around.
Absolutely.
There was no attempts at thievery. Oh, no. There was one attempt at thievery. You caught it. You literally glared a hole into the man, and he, like, stared back before walking off.
Good.
But yeah. Not terribly, but not fantastically. And I believe that is it. Did you guys want to spend the rest of the day in... Oh, shit, that's not what I was... Did you guys want to spend the rest of the day just kind of vibing in Greenspire, getting your supplies ready, and then leaving the next morning? Or was there anything else that you wanted to do in the city?
At some point, I probably would also try to find Zale.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
I think Varus is gonna listen around to see if he can't find it, or see if he can't hear any rumors about his family as well. Just
About the Orioles?
curiosity. Yeah, just out of curiosity.
Give me a perception check.
Ah, how fitting.
There is absolutely no news of the Orioles here. But Vestelle, you do actually manage to find some luck. As you had been told to ask around for it, you ask some people who were willing to they take a look at you up and down, just say, "What are you looking for Zale for, huh?"
I want to get to know Greenspire a little bit more.
I mean, you can ask any of the locals questions about Greenspire if you're just looking for information on Greenspire.
I'd like to get it from the mayor.
You'd like to get it from...
Heard he's very knowledgeable.
I mean, sure, he's knowledgeable, but he's also a busy man. He doesn't have time to go and talk to every single person that walks into this town.
Could you just tell me where to find him?
Sure. He's at the very bottom of the tree. Second door to the right. From the entranceway, just talk to one of the guards. They'll let you in. It's one of our own taverns. There's not a lot of travelers that go in there, alright? And, lady, if I were you, I'd stick your nose out of other people's business. For your own good.
I will go the way he directed.
Mm-hmm. And he kind of, as you're going the entire way, you can see him looking at you the entire way as you're traversing down the tree. Before he seems to disappear as soon as he leaves your line of sight. You get to the bottom of the tree, and kind of glancing around, you find the building of which he had indicated. And looking in, do you just knock on the door? Do you go in? What do you do?
Yeah, I'll just go in.
All right. You kind of open the door, and inside, as soon as you open the door, the inside, which was originally rowdy, you kind of walk in, and as soon as the door opens, you hear the entire inside go completely dead silent as every single person inside turns to look at you.
Hello? I was told I could find Mayor Zale in here.
You see one of the kind of average fisherman looking blokes stand up, brush his hair back ever so slightly, and kind of brush a little bit of his hand into his beard. What are you looking for Zale for, friend?
Just some questions I'd like to ask him. I heard he's a very knowledgeable man.
He kind of looks back into the rest of the inn, looks back at you. Why did you just ask one of the locals? Literally anybody could have answered questions about the city.
I've heard he's the most knowledgeable person in this town, and so I'd like to speak to him.
Did you ask a question that someone couldn't answer?
Yes, yes, I did, and no one could do it except Zale.
Give me a deception check. He looks at you. Zale's not here.
Can I tell if he's lying?
Give me an insight check. He's lying.
Oh, okay. You sure about that? I don't believe you.
Yes. I'm sure about it. Now, miss, if you'd excuse us, we have drinking and partying to get back to, of which you're currently interrupting.
I don't care, and then I'll just yell Zale's name and tell him I need to speak with him.
Okay. The rest of you, alongside the tree, do hear Vestelle yelling Zale's name at the bottom of it, as you see like 3 rather burly men stand up. One of them looks at you. Hey, he told you to leave. Don't make us do it by force, eh?
Is he busy right now?
He's very busy. This is the last time I'll ask. Nicely. So please.
You said that we heard her yelling, right?
Yep.
All right. Because okay, I'd imagine Artemis is probably like on like a railing or whatever along the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Probably leaned over it, has his hat off, and is like currently in the middle of something, seemingly sweating a bit and almost like clutching his head as he kind of hears her yelling and blinks a few times, looks down. Oh, lovely. Puts his hat back on. How high up is this tree?
From where you are to where she would be, probably about 40, 50 feet drop. Straight down.
I kind of look down and get a gauge of where I hear the yelling. Sigh, kind of wipe some of the sweat off my forehead and then just kind of jump off.
Okay.
And then I'll feather fall down.
All right. You get about 20 feet down from where you currently are, and you start drifting lightly as air fills all of your clothes and kind of slowly brings you down to the bottom. As you land just outside of the room, you can see the 3 large burly men kind of approaching Vestelle, and a bearded individual standing in front of Vestelle as well. All of them seemingly not very happy with her having interrupted their something.
Like, why don't you let him decide if he wants to speak to me?
If we were done with our shit, I would head down as well.
Sure.
Are we?
I will.
Yeah, you guys would probably be.
All right, yeah. Darcy will go down too.
As all of you kind of slowly make your way down, you see one of the bigger men. It's his orders. We're to keep strangers away. So how about you listen to us, eh? Like I said... like my friend said, it's the last time we'll ask nicely. Yeah?
At this point, is anyone coming to back me up?
Oh, yeah. You have Artemis right beside you, currently.
Oh.
Yeah, Artemis just kind of walks in, still kind of clutching his head as he kind of glances up, looks over the guys, kind of tips his hat lightly to them and says, oh, what's the issue?
The issue is here that your friend don't want to listen to us when we asked her nicely to leave.
So nicely. I found Zale. But
No.
It's good. Standing in my way.
And why can't you let her talk to Zell?
Gazelle doesn't want to see any visitors. He's a busy man.
Is he?
He is.
5 minutes of his time. That's all I need.
Why do you want to see
that's
him so bad?
part of this.
Why do you want to see him so bad, lass?
I need to know things about the history of this area. And because this town doesn't have any library or seemingly knowledgeable people, Zale's my best bet.
Fatima, come here. You see an older woman kind of stand up from around the back. She walks to the front. Can you answer this lady's questions about the history of the area? Right, get out of our hair. Thank you. As she looks towards you, you can see she starts walking out of the actual room itself, like towards you, past the two of you. Do you follow her?
Sure.
Right. She walks past the two of you, kind of walks outside, and starts walking along the base of the tree. And you see the door just slam shut behind you.
I'll stop her before she gets very far from the door.
She'll look back. What?
How much do you know about the Tri-Lake area?
Enough. What questions do you have?
How long have you been in this area?
Far too long. Literally my entire life.
Which is how long?
You're gonna ask a lady her age, really?
You can ask a lady her age too to me.
Do you even know your age?
Nope.
That's not much of a trade-off then, is it? If it's any comfort to you, you can see that she is relatively old. I'm at least 50. Huh? I've been here my entire life. I know the area. What do you want?
I'm looking for information about my family. I've been told that my family, which would be the Cadriths, resided in or were connected to the Tri-Castle in some way. I'm just looking for answers on that.
The only thing that I know are connected to Tri-Castle is an organization and a group of vampires. That's it. There's a group of vampires that used to live in the Tri-Castle, the tale of a long, long time ago. Maybe that's what it is.
How long ago?
By the gods, who knows? Pre-second plague at the very earliest. Other than that, I don't know.
You don't know what's happened to that area? Why it's all in ruins? What happened to the vampires?
No one's gone there recently, so I can't tell you.
Do you think Zale would know the answer?
No, he would not.
Is she lying?
Give me an insight check. From the best that you can tell, she's pretty confident that he wouldn't know.
Hmm. So this is all you know? Nothing else?
I don't know what you're expecting, lass. Just because we've lived here our entire lives doesn't mean we have a record history of every occasion that happens around the areas of us. We tend to keep to ourselves. We tend to keep to the people that come here, and not much more than that. If you really wanted to find out more, go there. I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to tell you right now that it's going to be dangerous. And you're probably walking into your death. Any other questions?
No way I can talk to Zale.
No. He doesn't want to be talked to. He's made it very clear that, and he's busy. So.
Well, give him my name and just tell him that if he is available, I would still like to talk to him. My name is Vestelle Cadre.
Sure. I'll toss it his way.
Appreciated.
I don't know what you're looking for, lass, but good luck, I guess. And she walks back.
For a tourist destination, these people are so welcoming.
As she turns around, Artemis will kind of raise his hand and just say, "Oh, I do have something to add, by the way."
To her?
Yeah.
To Vestelle?
Yeah,
her?
to the old lady here.
She slowly turns on the spot. What?
Just out of curiosity, as a request, when you get back in there, can you ask the big guy? I kind of like motion with my hands, however tall one of those big dudes was, the one with the beard.
Mm-hmm. It was 3 large guys. None of them had a beard, but it was one smaller, kind of average-looking fisherman guy that had a beard.
Oh, gotcha. I'll just kind of describe one of the big guys and just say, whichever one that was being like the most targeted between the 3, and just be like, yeah, whenever you get back in there, can you just tell him that if he ever needs help getting that stick out of his ass, that he can contact Silvers. I'll help him with that. I'll kind of tip my hat and turn around.
She looks at you. Sure, I'll tell him that. And she just walks away.
Well, it's something. Still got something. Not entirely helpful, but hopefully it'll come around.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of information is better than no information, I suppose. What nice people they have here.
Yeah, maybe we'll come back tomorrow and, I don't know, send him a message or something.
All right. But as you guys kind of enter the actual inn for the night, that's where we'll end the session for today.
All right.
Very exciting session. Very interesting session. This town doesn't seem to be very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting.
What's so mean? This is like Paris.
It's like Paris. What the fuck? Oh my god. That's fucked up.
People in Paris are apparently really fucking like not amenable to tourists.
People who don't speak French. Makes sense. I mean, the city is disgusting because of the tourists and stuff.
Yeah. So I can't exactly blame them for that one.
Mm-hmm.